Hello,
Hello.
Hey,
hello.
everybody.
Hello.
It's been a while. Our March was very busy. I had some stuff happen at my job and couldn't record as many episodes as I'd liked.
Same.
And I'm currently working on another video about Kill Team, so that's also in the works. It'll be out
I'm currently
after this episode.
unemployed.
Jack is unemployed. Things
Yo.
happened. Vulcan's back. We found him. Finally.
We found him in the unemployment office.
Vulcan, where
That's
were
we found
you?
I was making a dash to the unemployment office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
gotcha,
ran into
gotcha.
him and I brought him back.
Okay.
Otherwise known as the warp.
We have a
Yeah.
special guest here, a good friend of mine and fellow baseball enjoyer, Baseball Doge. What's up?
Hello, hello. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man, welcome. Thanks for coming on. We've been trying to orchestrate this for a while, and I don't know, man. I just like your content when you did a lot of the Facebook stuff. It's great hopping on that feed every day and seeing just like a really funny, obscure baseball meme.
Thank you. My favorite part about it was just being as niche as possible and then seeing
that was
at
the
least
best
one
part.
person getting the reference.
Oh yeah, no, that
I
was
missed,
great.
I missed Philly posting from the World Series the other year.
Bro, man, I remember that in 2022. I was all aboard the Phillies train. I was like,
Dude,
oh my
Yeah.
Philly
God.
was awesome.
Full disclosure, that was all just me coping. The whole reason the page was
Yup.
created was I was just mad that the Astros blew out the Yankees.
Yep.
It's funny because you started that page after the World Series.
The World Series had started. I think it was
That's right,
game
yeah, it
one,
was
and I
game
was
one,
like, you know what,
yeah.
fuck it.
But you had like a week's worth of baseball content and then just silence for like 5 months because there's no baseball content. So you're just like, and I know you transitioned a little over to hockey, and then you went back to baseball that opening season. I know you did a lot of the world's baseball stuff too.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
I think the WBC is probably my favorite part of baseball altogether.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sweet. So what is your? Are you a guy that goes to the games, or are you more like watching on TV?
When I can afford it, I like going to the games. The problem is I live about even. I live 2 hours. I live in Connecticut, so I'm 2 hours from Boston, 2 hours from New York. So I can either drive 2 hours to Boston and pay about $15 in tolls just to pay extra like $100 for a seat.
Just to watch a team that you hate.
Yeah, just to watch a team that I hate, maybe play a team that I don't mind.
Yeah.
Or I can go see the Yankees and then pay $17 for a beer after taking $170 Amtrak. Like it's
Bro, and it's a Coors Light or something like that. It's not even that good of a beer.
it's the can says like Pinstripe Pilsner because it's their brand, but if you look, it's just something else like
it's just
distributed
like
to them.
discount PBR.
Yeah.
At least with the Coors, you're never fucking dissatisfied because you know what a Coors is.
Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, this is pretty adequate. I'll take it.
It's like baseline, like
yeah,
like
when
I'm
get better.
I knew I was buying piss water.
Yeah, like I always tell people like when I want to leave a bar more sober than when I started, I'll drink a Coors Light because it's like drinking refreshing water.
You know, it is refreshing though.
My
There's something
father
about that.
It's
he could drink an entire like fucking 24 and fucking wake up the next day like nothing.
Wart, you got to come here, man, so you can try some of the Coors Banquet. So,
for sure.
I love Banquet.
Yeah, the Banquet Coors is what's up. Phil, can you get it up there in Canada?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm actually drinking.
pretty good.
I'm drinking something my friend Nassim gave me. He was mad. This is shout out to my friend Nassim. He was the same guy in the BattleTech episode. That's like all you guys do is talk about sandwiches for 20 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Which is not wrong. So he was like, "You're not even drinking good alcohol." And he gave me this. It was called Wildcat, and it's a bourbon barrel distilled dark beer.
Okay.
Ooh, I like those. I like those.
Dude, this is really fucking good. It's got a great body to it. It's very hearty.
Nice.
Filling too. It's like drinking like a meal. It's very good. Recommend it, man. Recommend it.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's called Wildcat. So
I'll have to pick some
heavy
up.
stuff. What are you drinking, Jack?
Right now? Sorry, I stole Vulcan's drink.
Water! He be drinking water.
Water time, motherfucker.
We water maxing. We like
Vulcan, are you also drinking water?
Yeah, I am.
Wart, what about you?
I'm drinking a nice, refreshing, lukewarm Poland Spring bottle.
Ooh, water.
Poland Spring. A lot,
I
a
don't
lot
have
of water
anything
on the
interesting to
fast.
drink, but I am eating moose jerky. So I think that's where.
Moose
yeah.
jerky. Oh man.
I might
Nice.
pour myself a glass of wine halfway through the cast, but yeah.
That's so extra.
Fuck you.
That's
It's the only alcohol I have in the house.
fair. That's fair.
I have a fucking like room temperature bottle of Fireball sitting in my shelf.
Get it.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. So Wart, let me ask you this, because if I'm going to Coors Field, I'm never gonna not spend money on a hot dog. I'm like, it's like being a Costco guy. Like if you go to Coors Field
you
in
got
Colorado, you have to get a Coors. You have to get a dog. It's the rule.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What is your pinnacle? Like if you had to go to a ballpark and you have to get something from the food court, what are you getting?
It's always going to be a hot dog. Like
Okay.
it's American food. It's like the peak. Like yeah, it's at the end of the day, hot dogs are slop. People go, do you know what's in that? You wouldn't eat that if you know what's in it. And it's like actually, yeah, I know what's in it, and it only makes me want to eat more of them.
Yeah, I know
Like,
what's in it. I just don't care. And you know what? Most of the time, if I'm making hot dogs at home, like I'm gonna get some good hot dogs from my butcher, or I'm gonna get some like decent ones.
Oh, for real. My favorite
Pork rind or
brand is Mux. I don't know if you
Mux
guys
is
have it out
good.
there.
We have Mux out here.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's snappy.
Here's the thing: if you're
tasty.
going to
Yeah.
motherfucking Yankee Stadium and you're going to New York, you're gonna get a Frank. It's gonna happen. Like
Oh yeah, it's
they
gonna be
have good hot
Nathan's.
dogs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Nathan's isn't half bad either. That's another thing. It's okay. I'll take a Nathan's. Nathan's and a beer is like a nice hug.
This might sound weird, but the Fenway Frank at Boston at Fenway is really good.
Yep.
But the best food at Fenway is actually outside of the stadium. It's a Tasty Burger, like right across the street.
Oh hell yeah.
Tasty
If we're
burger.
gonna go by outside stuff, you might as well get like if you're in New York, you're gonna go get a kebab from a street corner.
Oh yeah.
The dirtiest part ever, and it's gonna be the most delicious thing you eat that year.
Yeah, and like 3 hours later, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, there's a ball of molten lead in my stomach." But hey, it was a good gyro, if you will.
Yeah.
Euro. Now that's another thing, dude. Calling it a euro or a gyro, like fuck.
Yeah. Well, it is Euro, but fuck
It
it.
is
Who gives a
Euro.
shit called a gyro? I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. See, for me, if you're
Until
going to
some
Coors,
Greek punches you in the mouth for saying it, I think you're fine.
I've had people
Yeah.
correct me a lot because there's a place I literally went to today. It's called Red's up here. It's really,
Oh, yeah.
really good
They went
cheesesteaks and euros. It's the place I keep recommending you, Jack.
Yeah.
They got a really, really good euro or gyro. And the guy there, he's from New Jersey. And I asked him, I'm like, well, he's like, if you're from New York, you call it a gyro because you already call stuff a hero, and euro and hero sound alike.
Yeah.
And if you're not from New Jersey, I mean, not New Jersey, if you're not from New York, you call it a euro.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard about it. But I know a lot of people that are just kind of smarmy that are like, actually, it's not called the gyro. And it's like, fucking, who cares? Meat sandwich with delicious sauce.
It's fucking
Oh
good.
my god, I
Fuck
love
off.
lamb, dude.
Love a good gyro, bro. Ooh.
Oh, lamb is so delicious, dude.
Yeah.
Like right across the street from the LGS that I go to, or not really a street because I'll call it a mall. Is it's called the Kebab Stand, and it's just these like 3 dudes from like Turkey, and they just make tons of crazy shit like that.
They're
Oh,
probably
you know
like the
it's the
nicest
best thing
dudes
ever.
over there too. Like you walk
Dude,
in
for
there,
real, they give
like,
you you like sit down, and then after you eat, they bring out like Turkish, like not, it's like tres leches almost, where it's just like thick cake, and it's like free because they're just like happy that you stop by, and you're like, oh my god, dude.
Oh, that's
Turkish
cool.
dudes are like the nicest
feel
dudes
like
ever,
royalty.
unless you're Armenian.
Yeah,
Like for real, I love Turkish and Afghanistan dudes. They're the coolest dudes ever. I can never bring my Armenian friend there because they will try and kill him.
all right. How common is it to have an Armenian friend?
Pretty fucking common. I actually, weirdly enough, knew like 7 Armenian dudes back in Jersey. And I was like, wait, what? You're Armenian? That's a real thing? And they're like, yeah.
What do you mean that?
Because
Yeah,
like I never heard of Armenian before, and I'm like, oh shit! And then I started looking. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck were these Turkish people doing to the Armenians?
A lot.
Apparently nothing.
A lot.
Apparently nothing.
Don't ask
very-
Romanians that did, and that's the thing. You look at like history and you ask a Romanian, what do you think of Vlad the Impaler? They'll be like, hey, he's a pretty stern ruler, but he was a good guy. Good guy.
He's a cool dude.
You ask a Turk, what do you think of Vlad the Impaler? They'll just get like an ancestral flashback, and they'll be like, he was an absolute monster that ate babies.
Yeah.
And like, we don't know for sure, but that's what's fun about history.
He's a cool dude.
Speaking of which, Wart, What is
Yeah.
like the team you're gonna rep until you die for baseball?
So my two favorite teams are the Yankees because they're the ones I grew up going to. So it's probably gonna be them. And then just for like the fun of actually like, yay, they won a game every once in a while, it's the Athletics. Like,
The A's, really?
like yeah, dude, they're my second favorite team. They're 1-6 right now. I don't think they played today.
1-6. They said they may never lose again.
I mean, yeah, they for a little bit they had a better. They're 1-7 actually. I misspoke.
Oh no!
For like a sliver of time, they had a better record than the Astros, and I was
Oh my
on
God.
top of the mountain, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Mm.
Not bad. Jack, what about you?
So, being from Jersey, it's got to be the Yankees and the Mets.
Do you have any idea how often you start a sentence like that, dude?
Yeah, well, guess what? It's because you have to preface it because otherwise it's like, that's a weird choice. It's like, yeah, it's because it's where I'm from.
Okay.
Same
alright.
thing for hockey. It's like, well, what's your hockey team? Well, I know they suck, but it's the Devils.
Yeah, they do suck.
Yeah,
Never forget that. They do suck. Get
Yeah,
fucking mogged.
I mean, it's just an unfortunate reality.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
now that the Avs are like actually pretty all right, I feel so good shitting on other people's teams. I finally get to do it to people.
I jumped ship. I jumped ship when my favorite player switched teams. So.
Ooh, dang.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Duncan Keith. He retired though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Are you still an
I'm a
Oilers fan, Vulcan?
I'm a
Is that-
northern guy now. Yeah. I was
Oh,
in
God.
Chicago, and
The Blackhawks were good. They had
were.
that great.
They
They
were
had
back
that great
in
span
back
for a
like
bit.
literally 10 years ago. They were
Yeah,
fucking,
literally 10 years ago, they were the
they were on
fucking
the ball.
shit.
They were
Yeah,
on the fucking ball.
the unfortunate part of being a Blackhawks fan is that you're a Blackhawks fan, and by proxy, most people just hate you.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, there's something
Well,
off with Blackhawks fans, bro.
I'm so used to it anyway.
Dude, there's this guy my dad worked with who was a Blackhawks fan, and that was the only personality trait that he had because everything else was just, oh, the moon's not real. You think we went to the moon? 9/11? Guess what? So, just like the most crackpot
Just the
conspiracy
most
theorist
correct
ever.
takes of all time.
And then
It's like,
there was that, and then I dated this girl, and her dad was a Blackhawks fan, and he was like, Freddie Mercury didn't kill himself. Kurt Cobain's alive, and just
Wait. It said Freddie Mercury didn't kill himself. Yeah, no shit. He died.
yeah, I know, but like he would just say this like out of pocket like crackpot shit, and it's weird that they're both like that and also Blackhawks fans.
There's a correlation there.
Yo,
I think there's a
I'm
correlation
kind of a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
And were you a Blackhawks fan?
Yes.
How science
3 for
is?
3.
This is so
Well, here's
easy
the
to
thing.
do.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Mainly because they're not
conspiracy
theories.
knowist.
They're
Jack's
correct.
just
know
gonna
that-
be
I
like, I'm not a
know-
conspiracy theorist. I'm just right.
Yeah, I'm just correct about these quote
There
unquote
it is.
theories.
Yeah,
They're real.
I'm literally staring at Keith's like 2015 like champions jersey.
Bro, his 2015 run was insane, though.
Yeah, dude. I think was that the year he won the Conn Smythe?
I think it was.
He's fucking he was the bee's knees. Now he's training the next generation of.
Yep. I always
So-
really like
so-
it when I see a player turn into a coach, like Joe Sakic. Like that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle too, yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick Roy,
Mantle's
Mickey
hot
Mantle.
guy.
He's not the coach, but he's
So, I mean,
definitely- he's taking a.
If that's the
taking,
baseball
more,
team I picked, that
like,
means you two still have to list yours, Vulcan. And
Oh yeah.
Like I said, kind of based on location.
You Jays fan? Vulcan?
I'm just gonna default on the Jays.
I fuck with the Jays. I like the Jays. When I was
They're-
when I played Little League, that was my team. I was the Blue Jays.
Oh yes, sir.
But I played Little League,
they're-
it was the
no.
Orioles. So I had like a little thing for like Cal Ripken Jr. at the time. And I have like a Cal Ripken Jr. card and shit. So yeah, I get that, man.
Yeah.
Like Little League
Fun fact about Ken Griffey Jr., completely unrelated to Cal Ripken Jr. But I started saying this, and then I remembered, wait, it's not Cal Ripken. My aunt lives in his old house in Seattle.
Oh no shit.
That's neat.
Yeah. And then she
That's
kind of, made it like a white woman utopia, so it doesn't really look
Oh.
like a baseball player's house anymore.
What did
Dang,
you
it's
mean
got,
by
like,
that?
wine and like,
She changed one of the bedrooms into just a closet for her boots.
Yeah, okay.
Because-
No, you're
Wow.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't refute that.
Well, to be fair, if we had that extra closet, we turn it into a hobby space.
Yeah, I would absolutely just turn it into a model train room. Like,
Yep.
Dude, so
Yep.
my dad just moved and he's got this wicked basement. And I'm like, no, Dad, now we can do it. We can have a
He's about to
game
make
room and a
Glen
train
World.
table.
We can play Warhammer on the
No,
train.
no, so we're doing that. He's looking into tables, and we're probably gonna get a table down there and play some Warhammer.
Dude, that's awesome.
He plays a lot of Kill Team. That's
Oh,
what he
dude,
played.
that rules.
He plays Tau though, so
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta respect him for playing though.
yeah, no,
I
here's the thing
respect
is, he
for
just
playing.
likes
But
Warhammer.
but I must diss a Tau player whenever possible.
No,
Yeah.
trust me, he gets enough of it from me. Oh my god, because I'm a Raven Guard player through and through, and I'm like,
glad you let him
Tau.
know. I'm glad you let him know.
yeah,
But-
my
For me,
LGS
man-
owner is a Tau player.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Kill
He's an old head Tau player too.
Oh, does
like
he
so
have-
he's
does he
wait,
have
hold
the
on,
Orca?
hold on. An old
If
head
it's an
cow
old
player?
cow, it's a
Yeah, he
pro.
has like
Red.
he has that one Forge World model. I forget what it is, but it's like thousands of dollars, and he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
the
this is the
Orca.
biggest.
The Manta?
Yeah, he's like, this is the
Manta or
biggest.
the Orca?
It's the mech.
The mech?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Brian just
Um,
ordered one of those off of Zach.
He was just like, this is the biggest piece of shit I've
I
ever
already
ordered because I had to like everything was warped when I got it. Like
Yeah.
I had
Dude,
to.
Forge World resins.
I hate Forge World. Dude,
No,
it's
I-
so,
You know
so
it's
good.
bad when I bought from a recaster from China a bunch of stuff, and
Higher
it's
quality.
and I checked it. I put it. I had a
It's
Deathgrove
fucking
Krieg.
identical.
Yeah, it's not just identical, but it's
It's
better.
better
Like
quality.
the process he uses, pieces don't come warped at all.
You
And I
mean
think that's
the-
because they don't just ship them off of the builds.
Yeah.
You mean the las gun that comes with your Krieg, dude? Shouldn't
No,
look
so-
like a boomerang? Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I just
So-
that's actually exactly the one I wanted to mention, because when I put one of my new Krieg, like I bought the Grenadiers from him, and I have
my
one
God.
Grenadier model from Forge World before they took him away,
Mm,
and I put
I
him
have-
like piece by piece, and I'm like, dude, this Grenadier from ZG, I'm gonna just call it ZG. I don't want to say what it is.
Boy.
Yeah, the remaster
G.
side.
I was like, this looks way better than the Forge World one. And then I ordered Corvus Corax from ZG, and everything was there. Everything down to the finest detail, like the feathers on his
Yeah.
belt, the lightning claws, the size of your fingernail were all perfectly intact, dude. It was crazy.
And I've ordered numerous like multiple various things, and I've only encountered issues maybe twice.
What were they?
That were like there was
Maybe
bubbling
holes
in
the
legs.
resin or whatever.
Oh yeah, and that's bubbling.
That-
That's easy to
but-
fix. That's just green
but-
stuff.
But think of it this way. This was a recast of a plastic model.
Oh, yeah,
and-
okay.
So the resin the resin has no like any of the like complete like the resin to resin is fine. Like I zero issues. But
Yeah.
it's and it's kind of a newer model. So it was just Mark 6 Marines. It was just the new Mark 6s. I was curious. So I was like, well, get them cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, here's my counterpoint to that, dude. My Leviathan, in one of the legs, it had a bubble in it, and I had to just gap fill it with green stuff. So
Yeah.
Forge World does it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I'm-
absolutely.
Forge World, like,
It's
I
not
like
it's
Forge
not
World
like
infantry.
it's a serious like, oh no, it just requires a bit of sanding.
Yeah, it's just
or
more work.
scraping away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't mind Forge World infantry, usually Marines, because they usually keep them pretty well. Forge World vehicles are the
Oh my
true
God, dude, the old
god
Spartan.
awful, terrible thing.
Holy fuck!
Nothing lines up. It's all warped. It's dog shit. It's terrible, dude. Always.
You
think
know what's
there's
dog
something
shit?
about that.
Let me explain this. You know what's dog shit? The amount of fucking money that the Rangers pour into their team. The Texas Rangers, I think it's 4 times the amount of the Houston Astros,
Ugh.
and the Astros have almost back-to-back World Series wins. Almost.
You're right,
The
but it's
Rangers
paying
won
off.
last year, but they spent an ungodly amount of money on that
Yeah,
team.
that's unfortunate.
You're right. It's paying off though, because as of right now, the Astros are getting mogged by the Rangers.
That's awesome. Like in real time, guys, the Baseball Doge will make and post memes that will only be relevant for about 8 minutes,
Yeah.
and then something else will happen, and then he will make another meme that will only be relevant for that time. It's
Until
like
the algorithm
Get 'em
gets
all
tired
around.
of
Yeah.
me and
for
actually
it's
uses
like,
me for
oh,
like
this
4
one
days.
inning, this player really shot for the moon. Ooh, look at that. And then the next thing, and it's like, actually, he's just struck out again. He's dead to me.
It's Jover.
This is our guy. Fuck this guy.
Dude, no, but for me though, with baseball, it's got to be the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, well, so
I-
that's why you should come to the Rockies game with me and Brian on Sunday.
I
Yeah.
can't. I got other work to do.
Fuck.
I got to
Go out.
confirm today. I wish I could. But I used to go to Rockies games all the time because I lived right
the
next to the
tickets are-
owner of the Rockies, Clint Hurdle.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
When I was younger, yeah, I used to babysit for him and his daughter. Well, his daughter and his son. His daughter was special needs at the time. Lovely, lovely family, super nice people, like
At the time,
obscenely
would she
nice.
get better?
No, she had Down syndrome, dude.
Oh well, you said at the time, like
No, I mean at
like,
the time I
you babysitting
babysat.
at
You
the
know,
I
they
get it, I get it,
they
I get it,
grow
I
up and then they got a
Yeah.
caretaker. But
Yeah, they grow up. They grow out of Down syndrome, Vulcan.
Damn, I
yeah, I'm
didn't
like
know
Vulcan.
that.
Do you know how this
I'm
works?
so glad.
Just
I'm
like
so
me,
glad
for
that-
real, for real.
It's a miracle.
But no, it was
Really?
like Clint Hurdle was just like the most down to earth guy ever.
That's
And he had
awesome.
some of the players come to his house and just hang out. Like Todd Helton was there for a bit. Clint Barnes was not Clint Barnes. James Barnes was there. Matsui and all of the 2007 Rockies showed up for their World Series run.
Nice.
And it was just like, yeah, that's my neighbor. He's a nice guy. Sometimes we go make ribs together. We did this like big neighborhood cookout thing, and he'd always bring like a plate of ribs. He would also sign baseballs and just hand them out to the kids.
Oh,
get
that's
their
great.
signatures.
baseball.
Yeah, man.
Baseball?
It was pretty crazy.
I think if I could choose an owner to live next to, it would be John Fisher of the
think
Oakland
so?
Athletics. Now the Sacramento Athletics of Las Vegas.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the Vegas Athletics now. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. What are we looking forward to right now?
I'm looking forward to this baseball season, dude. Who do you think is gonna make a real last actual baseball question before we get into Warhammer? Because I know we're all
Mhm, mhm.
itching to talk about AOS because there's some news, boys. But
Okay, let's go over this. Who's your favorite baseball player of all time? And we can't say Babe Ruth. Sorry, you're taking that off the table.
Babe Ruth did it with cigs and alcohol.
I know.
And
so he's automatically the
super
GOAT.
hot dogs, dude.
Yeah, those fucking cool.
That guy rules. So he's
Like
off
the meat
table
scraped
'cause
off the
that's
floor.
Yeah, that's everyone's ultimate choice. So we're taking that off.
For me, it's got to be either Matt Holliday, Todd Helton, or I don't want to, not Daryl Strawberry, but what's his name? He was also in that steroids comp. Played a hell of baseball, but he was not. He was just a roid head. Not Pete Rose. Definitely not Pete Rose.
Okay.
But I can't remember my second choice, but he played for the Yankees at least for a little bit.
So I'm gonna go with, on the topic of Yankees, we're going with one Mr. Lawrence Peter Berra,
Nice.
our fucking guy, Yogi. That guy rules.
Yeah, dude.
How about you? It's probably Mickey Mantle, right?
Mickey
I
Mantle
think-
is a goat. He's one of the few.
Considering
I
you're
think-
Mantle's top guy.
Yeah, Mantle's top guy. He needs me.
Mickey Mantle needs me. Dude.
Whoa.
So like yeah, to take like the easiness of saying Mantle off the table, I'm not gonna, he is like, yeah, he's my favorite player of all time. Just because of like his life, not even his baseball career.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, and
as far
he's
as like a
goat.
player goes, it's probably Dennis Eckersley.
Good choice.
Okay.
Just because like just looking at him, he oozes like just that era of baseball, like 1975 to 1998.
Yeah,
You just
like
like you can look at him and be like, yeah, that dude played baseball in like the late 70s.
Well, with Eckersley, man, he like when you look at that physique, dude, he looks like a ball player. He's got the strong arms, he's got the bigger legs. Like
He's got the
literally
insane wind flowing mullet.
dude, that mullet and the
Yeah.
mustache though, it makes it for me.
Oh, dude.
It's yeah. I don't know, man.
Who's that one pitcher for the Yankees?
Hold
in,
up, he
like,
played
the-
until 98? Oh my
the
Dude,
god.
early
Bro,
mid-2000s?
he went for a while. Wow.
So
he
he
retired on the
left.
Red Sox.
Yeah, he left and he came back and to do like a couple of seasons for the Red Sox.
Oh, he came back. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Who-
crazy,
who-
man. Yeah, great
who
choice.
was
Great
the-
choice.
Who was the pitcher though for early mid 2000s Yankees? What was his name?
Was
Randy
he
Johnson?
the one that was he the one that fucked up and just ruined the Yankees run against the Sox in 2004?
No, it was Oh, dude, this is killing me. Fuck, he's the guy that later got busted for like steroids, even though all of them use steroids.
Jack, do you have any idea how little that
That's
narrows
why I
it
said
down?
even
Yeah,
though
dude, I was
all
gonna.
of them- shit. I'm gonna look this up because it's actually bothering me. Because I really liked him as a pitcher. This is during the time when
So Vulcan, who's your
Just
favorite ball
Jeter
I'm
player?
not really a
A-Rod.
baseball guy. To
It
be
would be
honest.
funny if you just like said Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. Actually, Was
It
it
is Wayne Gretzky. He is the goat.
yeah, he's the goat.
Uh,
No. Actually, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Dude, I have
You're
his
an
baseball
asshole,
card.
It's funny because you're not kidding about that.
dude. Yep.
No.
Remember they
Oh,
clowned on
man.
him even in Space Jam? for
Dude,
being bad at
baseball is
baseball?
like one of those games where everyone's
Roger
like, "Oh,
Clemens.
fucking
Roger Clemens. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
Roger Clemens is good."
Yeah. He
But
was one
baseball is
my
one of those games, man, where it's like, "Oh, baseball, I don't care, but I guess I'll watch it." And then it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot more fun than you remember, and then you're just like, "That was great. Let us never speak of this moment again." Like that's
Baseball is
usually
a
like the
sport-
public's reaction to baseball.
You know, like
Baseball's a sport I definitely like watching in person more than
Yeah,
watching
dude,
on
it's great to
TV.
watch when you're there.
Yeah, it's the energy is so much better. If I'm
Yeah,
watching
man.
at home, I'm gonna fall the fuck asleep.
it's only when the World Series happens is there any kind of like actual jump to wanna watch
Well,
it.
it's because it's
At least- at least
the
for here,
World Series.
You know, like yeah, of course. But like fuck, I have to go like 2 provinces over just to fucking see and just to
Yeah.
see a game.
I don't know how the fuck baseball survives in Canada, dude. I've
For
no
real.
clue.
Yeah, well, that's why it's only on the fucking border provinces, my
Yeah,
guy.
it's
Border
only
province. What is
Toronto.
I
there
think
only
Halifax should get a team.
That'd be nice. That'd be
I
nice.
love
It'd be nice to
Halifax.
have-
Nice
I-
gray climate.
I fucking yeah, I love Halifax. I love Nova Scotia. It's very British though. Like
Yeah.
if you've been to Britain, you've been to Nova Scotia.
So I used
Well,
to love going to
Scotland.
like farm teams,
Nope.
so like Lakewood Blue Claws, Trenton Thunder. Those are always fun to go to. I don't know if like you guys like to go to those as well, but
Yeah, I love going to minor league games.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys.
No.
I don't know. Yeah. No.
Um, So my local minor league team is the Hartford Yard Goats, and it's Dunkin' Donuts Stadium.
Oh, dude,
That's awesome.
And they have like this unique stadium food that's just like a burger with 2 donuts like as the bun, and
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
the
the burger
grossest
nut.
shit
Oh, the
imaginable.
freak burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger
Yeah.
nut.
We
The
getting freak.
Luther from the Boondocks.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Luther.
Um,
Get the itis.
It's
Yeah, like,
disgusting, but I get it like once a year.
Yeah.
That's me with
Absolutely
chicken
vile, but
KFC, dude.
could be good. Oh yeah, man.
No. So we have a lot to that. So the
It
pre-topic
didn't-
discussion just
yeah,
got it was
Let's
all baseball.
segue. Let's segue.
But we have a lot to talk about with this whole change with AOS 4th edition.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
man, the rats are here.
Yeah, baby.
Super awesome. The new sculpts look great for the Stormcast. That trailer was pretty sick too. Some of the rules are pretty alright, but I think that the elephant in the room is just AOS just clipping like factions out of AOS.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What was up with that, dude?
That's
Yeah,
fucked
like
up.
I have in my LGS's Discord, this dude was like 3 hours before they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of the Beast of Chaos. He's like, yeah, I just finished my last Beast of Chaos model. I can't wait to finally field this fully painted army. Because like I've played it
3
before, and it was
hours
like,
go by.
and then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this. I don't want to look at it. And we're like, well, you could just like they're sidelining it because it's going to be in Old World, which is the biggest fumble of GW's history, in my
Dude,
opinion.
the
Correct.
Old World launch, I told Jack about this. We have an episode where I'm like, Jack, I don't know how well they're gonna do it. And Jack's like, nah, it's gonna be great. And then Jack's like, oh yeah, people are playing the game equals the game did good. And then I look at like the other
So-
side, and it's
so,
like
I mean,
so many
we-
people didn't get their orders. It
Yeah,
took
yeah.
them
Well, we
months to
discussed
stock
this.
basic stuff.
I knew for a fact that was gonna happen because that's just GW always. But
Yeah, but
like, I'm like, everyone who plays the game already like had an army, and new players are like, I mean, here's the thing: you can get your army line up until now that they're clipping it. you could have gotten most of your army line from the Sigmar line because they're just updated models. And now this is a huge fumble on GW's part because hey, Old World's out. Hey, you could use these models. Hey, guess what? We're not making these models anymore. Go fuck yourself. Like what?
In about 34 minutes, you can officially buy the Orcs and Goblins Old World stuff again,
Yep.
which is I think crazy
Holy shit.
because they
Sorry.
took the Troll Hag from Age of Sigmar and they took it out of Gloomspite Gets' like web store inventory and
Yep.
specifically moved it to Age of Old World.
Yeah.
And I was like,
getting
that's
the,
goofy, dude.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
GW's biggest fumble, other than I think GW's biggest fumble is not having Warhammer Fantasy available when Total Warhammer or Total War Warhammer came out, because everyone played the game and they were like, "Yo, this is sick."
Damn,
Wait,
I'd really like to play this army.
yeah, there's a model line. Whoa! Oh wait, where is it? Oh, it's Age of Smegmar. Okay.
Bro, and it's even worse because at that point you're dealing with like bad Age of Sigmar times, where like the
Yeah.
game wasn't refined. It was awful to play. AOS
Yeah.
1.0, most of AOS
One-
1.0 was like the worst
Yeah,
thing ever.
1.0 before the General's Handbook was dog shit. You couldn't even play the game. There's no fucking point.
So to be a contrarian, I actually had a it was my LGS earlier. I had an argument with a competitive player nerd because one of Nagash's new 4th edition rules is you can hold out a die in one of your hands and you force your opponent to pick a hand, and if he picks
love
wrong, you
I
just
love that.
spawn a dead unit like wherever you want.
That's really
Um,
fun, but what
and
the fuck,
Oh,
man?
It's very fun. It's anti-competitive, just like Skaven hidden
Yeah.
weapon teams. And
I
I
love
thought I told him like, yeah, I think I unironically want Ina Deepkin to play like the shell game, and you had to like pick like
Yeah,
the balls
bro.
under the cup. And he's
Dude,
like,
that'd be
I
awesome.
actually hated in 1st edition when they had to make you like shout out for the lady to get
I
Bretonia
was
buffs, and in
about to bring that
fantasy,
up.
you
What
could get
about-
buffs for having a better
What about
mustache.
where Cetra can't bow? If you field Cetra, you cannot bow down at all. Like you
Yeah,
have to like
not
perfectly
raise
stand up. You
lower.
can't crouch anything.
Yeah, that's based, and
That's
he was
all
like,
fun.
Yeah,
and he was like,
hey,
what do you think about the people who like only talk in character when they're playing orc armies? And I'm like,
That's
dude, I'm one
awesome.
of those. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, like what?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't roll
And
my
how
head at
about,
people who get like too into the game.
how about
Yeah.
Dude, this guy
Kurt
sounds so
Elborg?
unfun. Like
Yeah,
what?
that guy sucks. How
Yeah,
about
he's a
Kurt
competitor.
Elborg, where you were
Yeah, that guy
rewarded?
sucks.
Yeah, you were rewarded for having a bigger mustache than your
For
opponent.
real. Like,
And then what was the other really funny one? The Conrad von Karstein.
yeah,
You
where
talked
you
to Conrad, you got to reroll to hit, and if he talked back, you got to reroll to wound as well.
yeah.
That shit's awesome. I hate
That's
that they
really
took
fun,
it
man.
away.
I'm really glad that that's in AOS 4th because I actually we're gonna get into this here because I think Age of Sigmar 3rd edition was actually pretty great, and I think it brought a lot of players back and made them take the setting seriously.
I think a
Because-
lot of that
at least
it falls on the
model.
shoulders of the Flesh Eater Courts being probably my favorite.
I was gonna say I think
Flesh Eater
it's
Courts.
Flesh Eater Courts. It's the revival of like the human knights within Cities of Sigmar. It's a lot of
Yeah,
that stuff
so-
where people were looked at that and was like, oh, they just like straight up fixed a faction for
Yeah,
once.
so the lack of any kind of mortals in Sigmar for the longest time was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah,
And
that's when
this
I
is
think
the
it
thing-
actually started to peak up is when in 2nd edition,
Yeah.
right before Ossiarch Bone Reapers came out, they dropped Cities of Sigmar.
Yup.
I think that's when people were like, hold on, let me try this game out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have
You
this
need
old
a-
army I can play now.
You need a baseline of humans to compare yourself against to what's going on in the game to make it seem everything like it's actually cool. The fact that you have all this magical, crazy cavalry and shit, and none of it means anything if there's no basic horse to ride on, you know? Like it doesn't mean fucking shit to me. However,
Sorry guys,
once you
I
start
just
introducing-
bought the Beta Garmin book.
Nice. Oh, dude, that
Nice.
comes out
Came
this
out.
weekend.
It literally just came out.
Yo! Okay, let's go. I
So-
will review that after the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that in a minute. But
We're gonna have
Anyway.
a game after the podcast.
yeah,
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean.
no,
to.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this, Jack, because I really I'm a big fan of the lore in Age of Sigmar. A lot of like the stories that they write are really fun and just different.
So
Like
yeah, at launch, the Age of Sigmar fucking stories were dog shit.
Oh
But
no, they were great. They were great. I actually really liked Realm Gate Wars. I think I'm the only person that did. But
so it took until I think like um what was the second edition event called? It was
that was called Broken Realms.
no, not Broken Realms. It was the thing with Nagash, shitting the pyramid with the spear.
Oh, the Black Pyramid and the Night Hunt. The Necroquake. They called it the
The
Necroquake.
Necroquake. That was the first moment where I was like, okay, now I kind of give a shit because now there's consequences happening, and I'm hearing about human cities getting like fucked up. And there's a really funny story in that where the Skaven were being little assholes. They
Oh, you
drilled
mean going into
into
Nagash's pyramid?
well. Other than that, there's another one. They drilled into the realm of Shaiish, but they drilled underneath the
Oh
Sea
yeah,
of
they drained an
Suicides.
ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they drilled into the Sea of Suicides accidentally. They flooded themselves out, and there's some Ida Deepkin that were living down there, and they're like, "Oh fuck, now we're exposed." And the guys
that's
are
one of
like,
my
"Hey, what are you
favorites.
guys doing down here?"
And so Nagash was like, I think I sensed something weird, and they like rounded up a bunch of orcs to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
distract him while they moved. Because Adneth enclaves just move like that. Whenever they get exposed, they just move to hide again.
yeah.
But
You know,
that
I
was
think that
that
was
was
really fun
fun.
and cool. I love
Yeah, that
that
was really
shit,
cool. I don't know
but
if
it
you
took.
guys have read anything for the Dawnbringer series, but the
No, I have
second
not,
book with
unfortunately.
Trug, there's this great like Napoleonic general standoff where Trug is showing up to like this marshal and a bunch of his honor guard, and they just have like combustible weapons, firearms, and like spears and shields, and they're trying to kill Trug, this huge troll with like a pyramid on like his back, or it's some
Yeah,
kind of like piece of ruin, but and it's awesome because it snaps out from the general's like perspective where he and all these guys, their last moments fighting Trug, they're like, we can't kill this guy, detonate all the ammunition, and they
nice.
blow up all of the ammunition that they had, and they're like, oh, we'll kill Trug. And then it just goes to Pontifex Zenestra's POV, and she's like looking on the hill at which troops they left behind to slow down Trug, and she just sees
Mm.
Trug lumber out of the fire unscathed, and it's like, holy shit.
He's our
But
guy.
I would love to play that kind of scenario, man. It's cool. And I think that's what Age of Sigmar excels at, is making these unique, interesting stories that feel like, forgive me, but feel very like Warhammer-y in a
Okay, so
new style.
here's the thing. It took a while to get to them, and actually, I think the best stories they started doing, and this is not in like actual books, but in terms of like stories that go from codices rather, and things that go from like release to release, and like there's a continuation of the story. My favorite thing was when they were previewing Kragnos coming out, right? Like the lead up to Kragnos, they
Oh
had
yeah.
it coming out for Underworlds that was suggesting Kragnos stuff. They had like this big like, oh, Kragnos is coming, but they didn't actually state Kragnos. There's some really cool stuff when they do lead ups because they actually reveal them and follow through. Unlike
Adnet
Fortnite,
Deepkin did
where they
that too.
cock tease you forever and they never give you what you want.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
think that
excited
was really cool.
for fourth edition for Age of Sigmar. And that so guys, that's one reason why I like this setting, is we can have a conversation like that. It's just
Yeah.
great.
I
Yeah, we
think
could actually talk about predictions and them actually come to fruition.
Yeah. You were
I
saying,
think
Wort?
I think fourth edition is gonna be a weird mixed bag.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there.
It's
Uh,
definitely.
I'm not a fan of how they said simplify and streamline about 35 times in
Yeah,
the
that pissed
reveal.
me off. I saw that and I'm like, the game is already simplified. Like, what are you doing to this
Yeah, how
game?
much
Like,
more simple do you want it?
Um, and that's like that rolls back into I'm happy they have these goofy narrative rules. Because one, it makes competitive nerds who just want a flat stat damage
Yeah,
with some buffs and debuffs mauled and seethe, that
yeah,
they
I love
actually have
that.
to like enjoy the game to play it.
correct.
Um,
Let them.
but then on the flip side, I kind of there are parts of 10th edition being streamlined that I actually kind of like. Um, there's a lot of things I hate about 10th edition, and that's every army kind of feels the same at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, there's no individuality. Like, you have your heavy weapon, you have your weak weapon,
10th
you have your
edition
infantry,
or
You have your melee unit.
and there's nothing that differentiates them. Even the weapons feel like somewhat similar, and I'm
No,
hoping
you
Age
like.
of Sigmar doesn't do that.
There's no war like. There's no
so I
war
mean
gear
we've
like
gone on the record.
costs, and I think that's the biggest travesty because
I
like
agree.
Yeah,
you just get given all of the gear, which is nice. I mean,
and
but
no, it sucks.
I like paying for it. I
Yeah,
like I
exactly.
like it being in my cost because it actually like
Yeah, you don't just take the
better or
meta
worse
option always.
gives me the fucking
Yeah, you can also
it's a cost.
like with Chaos Knights, it's extremely hard to get it to a flat like 2,000 points.
Dude, I was doing that
Um,
with my custodies, and I would have like 60 points left over, and I'm like, this is so
yeah,
dumb. Like, and those 60 points are where I'd be like, let's see what I can upgrade and like remove, you
And you
know?
can't. Yeah.
yeah, and then two of the enhancements for Chaos Knights both end in 5. So like they're the only two things in the entire Chaos Knights roster, those two enhancements that have an odd number to end. So it's very, and they don't both like equal to like 50 or 60. I think they actually, no, they equal like if you add them both, they both equal 60 points, but they don't mesh together.
Yep. Now,
Yeah.
I've gone on the record before saying I think 10th edition is dog shit. I've tried it. It sucks. It's terrible. Fuck 8th edition if you like it. Sorry, 10th edition. If you like 10th edition, you're a fucking retard. I hate you.
Oh my
Um,
god.
so I mean that's just facts, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it because it sucks. But 8th edition was a step where it was like, okay, it's simplified, but at launch it was decent, and then it quickly spiraled out of control.
I think that's
Um,
because everybody was brought back down to the same level again, and you had those niche differences where like Dark Eldar
Yeah.
had like poison weapons. It's like, what does that
Yeah.
mean? Oh, you always wound him on a 4-up.
Yeah, it
Regardless.
was also before the fucking stratagem like garbage everywhere. And it was before everything was in a realm where uh you're all in your indexes or your indices, and everything felt pretty grounded, and there wasn't like this race, like this weird arms race yet. Like you said, like everyone's brought down to the same level.
Do
So
you
it was
guys think we'll see that for 4th edition? Because
no.
AOS's codex creep isn't nearly as bad in my opinion.
Yeah, it
Well,
took
yeah,
them
it
forever
helps
to
when
get
it's like
the Flesh
a
Eater
stat
quartz.
profile like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, hell, when they launched 3rd edition, they launched it a month late for books because I
For
remember
real?
that they were like, they're coming out in September, and then I was like, hey, it's September like 30th, and the books aren't out yet. And they're like, October, sorry, October.
I think it's sorry to like go back to like the codexes in like 8th edition. But I think it's a really weird feeling when I'm going through like my bookshelf and I go, oh shit, my 8th edition Orc Codex. Then I open it up and I'm like, dude, I'm feeling nostalgic for 8th edition.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. I did that with my Dark Eldar Codex recently, and I was like, oh man.
I'm looking at my Salamander Codex right now. Or my
And that's
Supplement.
another weird thing, dude. I'm over like because I got really into Warhammer in 8th edition, and I was buying books and everything. I'm not buying another fucking book.
Facts.
I'm not doing it. I'm so done because I have 4 editions of Space Marine Codexes on my shelf.
Dude.
I'm done physically buying. I'm not
physically buying another book.
Especially
And that's
if
something
the release schedule is, hey, in another 2 years you have to buy the same book again.
that's another thing, man. That release schedule's AIDS. Now I didn't have an issue buying like the Horus Heresy books because I'm like, all right, I know I'm gonna have these books for years. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like Heresy exclusive or Old World exclusive now.
Yep.
Yeah, I have 2 Leviathans I have to build for Heresy, and then I'm gonna be done on that.
Nice, man. What is your favorite faction, Wart? If I can ask you that.
Depends. For 40k, it's Orcs.
Okay.
Because I'm an obscene autist who can't contain myself.
Yeah.
And for 30k, yeah, and for 30k
Here we
on the
go.
same coin,
Here we go.
it's the Iron Warriors because I find them really funny.
Yeah. And that's as everyone here knows, I'm an Imperial Fist guy. So me and Ward we're gonna duke it out real quick, so everyone just like tune out for a second.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the parking lot, have like a little knife fight, and come back. Where it's
we're
gonna
gonna go to the Dollar General and throw down.
Yeah, it started as me going, "Wow, painting metallics is really fun," because I started painting Grey Knights in 40k.
Yeah.
And then with 30k, you can paint metallics and make them filthy for Iron Warriors, and that's really fun too.
I have to say, I've seen your Iron Warriors and they look gorgeous.
They're fucking disgusting. I love it.
They look awesome, dude. They're really cool.
Someone tried to tell me, Iron Warriors aren't like supposed to be dirty in 30k, and I was like, have you read a single Have you read a single novel?
Dude, that's supposed to be dirty. Oh, you mean the filthiest legion other than the Death Guard? Like what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even name their rhinos or anything because they just let them like rot to pieces. Like,
Yeah, because they're like dogs. They're like, we don't give a fuck.
Man, oh man, dude, imagine that
Salamanders
shit.
get battle hardened as a
What do you-
major
Yeah,
in Shattered Legions units. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yo,
I
yo!
had to fucking say it.
That's
Oh,
awesome, dude.
mini Eternal Warrior. That's really good.
That's
especially on the
awesome,
veteran.
bro.
That's
that.
fucking insane.
That's
I am-
really good. Here,
I'm so
link,
ready for
link
the
me the
skill team
PDF.
box, man.
so I
Oh my
can-
lord.
Sure.
Oh, looks so good.
I promise we won't interrupt that much, but you might hear me go yo and then say a thing. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's keep going. I think
So I want to ask Wart this question: What
yeah,
is
we'll
your
go next.
favorite Warhammer Fantasy character, and what is your favorite Warhammer Age of Sigmar character?
they're both the same answer actually. It's Archaon.
Okay,
Oh.
all right, fellow Archaon
Uh,
enjoyer. I like Archaon
I-
more than I like Bellicor.
Yeah, like it's really funny because people are like, "Oh, I want an Archaon model for Old World," and it's like, no, in Old World, if I'm not mistaken, it was still Bellicor as the ever chosen.
No, well,
It was
Archaon
Archaon.
rose to power, but it wasn't like
Well, it was Archaeon, but Bellicor always wants to steal the spotlight from the Everchosen because
Yeah, he wants to take it back, doesn't he?
yeah, he
Uh,
was the ever chosen, and he challenged the gods.
Yeah,
He got
was
cucked.
the first Everchosen.
Yeah.
I believe at least. Correct
He
me
is,
if
he
I'm
was,
wrong, Internet.
The god shattered him to pieces to destroy his mortal body.
Yeah, I'm getting my legion shattered right now.
Hell yeah,
I'm
brother.
over here shattering my legion.
Holy
I'm
shit,
shattering
dude.
my
These are
legion.
some really fucking cool rules.
Yeah, Archaon's
choosing
really. I love
yeah.
Archaon in AOS, dude. I love the fact that he's like, I actually like have experience now. Watch me do this thing.
He's the tallest model in the entire range, I think.
Yeah, he's also like, I think he's got the
Outside of
biggest
Portal,
base
yeah.
too.
I wanted to run him kind of just using him like as a chaos lord because I don't want to take the mount, but because I like his old pose where he's just kind of like Napoleon on a horse.
No, so yeah, that was based off of Napoleon crossing the Alps, I believe.
Yep.
And someone was like, "Oh, well, people use I forget his name, the dragon for conversion bits all the time. So you can probably just find Archaon himself on eBay." So I looked it up, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I'll take $300 for this old metal Archaon, please."
Yeah,
and
no,
it's like
I saw that.
you're
And I
on
was like, that's
crack.
so lame. You can also get that from ZG again. I'll send you the link. But
Oh yeah,
Games Workshop redid a run for all of the Chaos Lords, including old Archaon.
Yes.
When the new Slaves to Darkness book came out. I know that because that was my first army for Age of Sigmar, was the Slaves to Darkness.
Yeah.
It was
Archaon's
all
Ever
made to
Chosen are
order.
Really cool because
Yeah. And I mean, even then, it's like $50 for the resin Archaon, and you're just cucking these scalpers, and I fuck with that. That's cool.
So the reasoning is in fantasy. When I play Total Warhammer, as we'll call it, because you called it that earlier.
Yeah.
My buddy will play the Empire because he's been playing it since
Base.
the first game,
Base.
and I'll either play Chaos in some flavor or Skaven, which is also just Chaos. And Archon has a quote where he's like, "Yeah, if the Empire is like really just like they're like, oh, the afterlife is we spend eternity with Sigmar," and he's like, "So what's the problem with that? If I'm sending you to the afterlife, you're getting what you want." So I think that's
Holy
like the
fuck.
coldest shit possible.
That is cold as fuck, dude.
It's super cold considering he's a former priest of Sigmar too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys, I'm buying Solar Auxilia.
Yeah,
What
dude,
happened?
with the new stuff in
The
there, it's
Legion's
awesome.
Auxilia.
Oh, that's a thing. Yes.
Yeah. You could basically use it as like your chapter serfs. It's fucking dope.
Yes.
Oh,
Sweet, that's cool.
we get Promethean wards.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
They get a cover save of 4-up as long as they're covered by salamanders.
Whoa, that's so good! What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
Dude!
insane.
That's very
Vulcan's just like
Right?
reading this new book
Holy shit, guys.
mid-podcast.
Listen, it's out right now. It's out right
Yeah,
now.
it's out.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
I'm
awesome.
not disagreeing. I'm just like, well, that's crazy.
Yeah, well,
Oh, dude.
I was waiting for today.
I gotta ask you this next, Wart. How do you feel about like the new Slaves to Darkness stuff? I know we both. I don't know if you bought their box when it came out, like that really cool one with the demon prince.
So all of my Slaves to Darkness minis are stuff that people didn't want, so they sold them to my LGS, and I just kind of was like, okay, cool. I like painting
Okay.
dirty shit, so I'll keep it like the mortals. I have one set of Ogroids, and I'm not gonna like get into like someone's like, oh, you should run a Demon Prince, and it's like, no, I'm just gonna write some stupid like cheesy custom lore for my heroes. And
Nice, man. No, that's what it's all about, though, dude. I actually did kind of something similar.
Dude, Emperor's Children, when making it to hit roll in the assault phase for Molly's unit, always hits on a 4-up.
Insane.
That's
Heresy
fucking
boys. It's just
yo.
lose their shit over a book.
Yes, sir.
But so for what I did, Ward, is I did a lot of that. Most of my army for Chaos Warriors is humans as well. But they're some of them represent different aspects of each Chaos God. So I have like some of the Slanesh riders on like the weird tongue lizards.
oh, the Hellshriders.
Yeah, those are some of my the new ones, the Slickblade Seekers, I think they're called.
Yeah.
They so those are like other Chaos Knights. I have some Nurgle dudes that are chosen. I get some Khorne dudes that are other warriors, and I just like buy other kits for them, which is what I initially did. And then that box came out. And I don't know. That Demon Prince is really nice though, dude. Yeah, if you ever
It's
want to
really
get
nice. I watched a lot of painting tutorials in my spare time.
Me
And
too.
this one dude basically gave it like corpse paint from like a black metal band, and it looks
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
fucked, dude. Like it was.
That's fucking sweet. So, Jack, who would your favorite character from the Old World and Age of Sigmar be?
Oh, I have to give you one for each. So,
Yes.
Cetra the Imperishable for Old World.
Good choice.
Cause Cetra fucking rules. That being said, he's kind of tied for first place with me for Vlad von Karstein.
Okay. Okay.
I love Vlad. He's the coolest. Now, Age of Sigmar. I think you're gonna see a pattern here. I think I gotta go with Nagash because he's a fucking hilarious troll. In
Nagash is cool because he thinks he is like the end. He is
Yeah.
the end,
he's
and he
fucking
knows
funny,
it.
dude.
I
I
love
love
that
that
so
he
much.
trolled Sigmar into losing Galmaraz by pissing him so off that Sigmar threw the hammer at him. He's like, "Hot psych! I'm closing off my realm gate. I have your hammer now. I'm trolling you."
Yeah. Well, no, it was in the realm of metal.
He trolled him in one of the places. I forget where, but he trolled him into losing his hammer. It was very funny.
Yeah, I know that. No, it wasn't even him. That was Zinch that trolled him and threw it.
No, it was
Nagash broke the code and dipped out, but
yeah, and Sigmar went on like a
he
troll
got fucking
for,
pissed, and that's when Zinch did the thing.
Yeah, I thought Nagash did that. He was laughing about. Oh,
No, that was
that being
Zinch.
said, that could have been
Jack, you just got tricked by Zinch, bro. What the fuck?
Hey, it happens. That's his job.
The deceived.
That could have been retcon because I remember from the original Realm, like the quest for Galmaraz book, which I think was like the first.
The quest for Galmaraz takes place in Chaman, though.
Yeah, but like the prelude to the story is that he trolled him out of the hammer, and then I don't know what they did with the hammer afterwards. Like
Zinch used it as a power battery to kill people.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then like they went to go get.
That's the
then,
reason why Zinch
Sigmar
wanted the
said-
hammer. Is he wanted to use it as like a nuclear generator.
Yeah, and then I guess Sigmar was like, "Okay, Stelson Prime, you take my hammer. I'm just not going to be in the game, even though the game's."
That was so lame, bro. I was like, why is there no Sigmar model?
Yeah, how is there no Sigmar in the game called Age of Sigmar?
You have Nagash. You have like you even
Oh
have
my
like
God.
a Slanesh, like mini. Like Slanesh has like different forms you can field. You can
yeah,
field
like the
god
Keeper of
Slanesh.
Secrets. Yeah.
Yeah, you could play
No,
almost any god. You could
it's
play
Scoot to it.
Alariel. You can play motherfucking Marathi. You can play all
Teclis.
these god tier dudes. Yeah, exactly. Teclis, Tyrion.
No Tyrion, not yet.
I thought Tyrion came out.
No, it's just Teclis.
Okay, well, yeah, it's soon to be Tyrion at some point. Like you got all these god level dudes, and then Sigmar. No, he's not in. Fuck you. You're not allowed.
Here's my thing, man. I think that the humans, like the cities of Sigmar, should be the poster boy for the game.
Correct.
And I think with their new minis, they totally could.
Correct. I agree. They're basically the Empire, so yeah, they should be.
I think they could be. So, what about for AOS? You said Nagash, right?
Yes. Nagash, and if I have to consider anyone else, you know what? Now that I brought it up, but probably Marathi, because I think
I
what
fucking hate
Marathi's doing-
Marathi.
Well, yeah, she's evil, but that's why I really like her is because
Marathi took my lantern.
yeah, but she's doing like some really funny shit. It was like, oh yeah, you guys are worshiping Cain. It's like it's actually all that energy is going to me, and I think that's really cool.
That will surely not come to bite her in the ass.
No, of course it will, but that's what's great.
That's true. I'm curious just to see what Vulcan would pick as his favorites.
Ooh.
Very nice. Let's see Vulcan's pick.
Yeah, let's see Vulcan's.
I'm going with the White Dwarf for the old world.
Grombrindle is a
Oh,
G,
nice.
bro.
Yeah.
I have his Vampire Slayer model, and it's like one of my favorite models, dude.
Oh, nice. That's pretty sweet.
So that's Grombrindal.
For the Age of
and...
Sigmar. I mean, he could have also been kind of a appropriate, but Croak.
Croak is a G in Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
He's done some crazy shit.
Imagine dying and coming back.
Yeah.
POV the perpetual.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good choices, man. Especially Croak. He's done. I don't know what he's done in the new Lizardman Codex, but in Broken Realms, Croak helped like defend one of the cities against Kragnos' like insane Wa.
Oh, dude,
He
that's
put up a
awesome.
shield. He was just like chilling, and then he telepathically told Marathi to go away when she showed up to quote unquote help the city.
That's pretty.
He was like,
Speaking
"Be
of
gone."
Waz rip bone splitters.
Dude, the bone splitters are. I'm okay with that though, because we just got the orcs coming out.
They came out, yeah, they came out in 8
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
They,
but I'm annoyed that they're getting rid of bone splits because, like, oh well, shit.
I think as long as the model line goes back to old world for bone splitters, I have no issue. This is
But if
coming
they're
from the guy
making-
that spent 24 hours painting orcs.
But if they're making it like unavailable for purchase, you won't be able to get it for old world.
No,
Unless they
they're
revive
going
it.
to old world, Jack. They're just moving them to old world.
Are you sure about that? 'Cause
Yeah,
from
that's what
I
they
read,
said.
all those lines are getting cut. That's what I read.
I don't know. I read something different. Let me go to community. Hold up.
Because from what I read on there, it was like, oh no, you're not.
Yeah, it's just. It looks like it's just leaving the Age of Sigmar range.
Which to me sounds like it's out of circulation. Period.
Bone splitters. They will receive a battle tome.
Here, yeah, we're gonna get a free PDF because we
Oh.
have pity for you.
Great.
Yeah.
And the armored bulk of the Iron Jaws, lanky cunning of the Cruel Boys, Orc War Clans are diverse. It's like it's just those are the only two. It's the Iron Jaws and the Cruel Boys, and they're supposed to have bone splitters, but
Yeah. Hey, here's a really cool retroactive thing though. Those new hobgoblins that came out in 3rd edition, not new, but like quote unquote new.
oh, Jack, you're right. Yeah, the bone splitters are just going away.
Gone, dude, and it's
Yeah,
stupid.
what the fuck?
Fumble, GW. You guys are fucking stupid. Keep
I
up.
can't believe they're just like getting rid of an entire range of orcs. That's so sad.
It's so stupid, and it's the coolest version of orcs too.
Yeah, they're up there for me.
I
Fuck.
can't
I
wait
thought
until
'cause
the
the Beasts
older
of
war
Chaos
comes.
are just moving to Old World, which
I
I'm
think
okay
they're
with.
getting Axe too.
No, they're going to Old World. It says right
Yeah,
here.
they
that
are.
Beasts
The
will be returning their
Beasts of
feeding
Chaos,
grounds
yeah,
in
they're-
Warhammer Old World.
Okay, all right. At least they get to stick around. I would have been so pissed off if they.
That's
got rid of
crazy to me. That's actually nuts, man.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm so fucking.
Like they
mad
have the
about that.
option to just send them and like add them in with the orcs. They make the kit.
Just
Why not put it
sell
in
'em.
rotation with them?
Just
I don't
sell
know.
them. So yeah, here's the annoying thing, or here's the cool thing though. In a silver lining, hobgoblins got retroed back in to old world because the chaos dwarves used to field them because they're their creators. So you could actually run them in a chaos dwarf army, and
Nice.
that is fucking dope.
You know what's really stupid, man? I just bought a box of Sequitors like a day ago.
Dude, I'm so mad that they got rid of the sequitors.
I was
of all
like,
the
but they're
models.
gonna probably redo them. A lot of the Stormcast stuff, except for like the Knight Azuros and like the Castigator with Griffhounds. A lot of these they're just gonna redo for like
Dude,
Thunderstrike.
it's the
Yeah, like
coolest
the-
warrior chamber because they're basically the Grey Knights of the Stormcast. They
Yeah,
have
I like
cool
them. They're cool.
tabards, they have cool weapons. They get to magically infuse them and beat the shit or iron up and put it on their shield.
You know what I
And-
didn't know is that you can just take swords with them too, which makes them way nicer in my book because I can't stand those dumb like mauls that they have.
Dude, it's to me they're cool no matter what. They're fucking dope. I love The second
Yeah, I
one.
like them. I actually have a greater appreciation because the
And they're
kit that I
getting rid
bought
of the
was
goddamn
50% off.
crossbows too. The ballistas, they're getting rid of those.
Why? I don't know why, because the ballista was actually good.
It was really good and
Yeah.
very helpful for the army, but they're like, nah, fuck you. There's too many models in this.
I really hope that they're just like remaking a lot of these because a
Yeah,
lot
I
of these
hope.
are.
Because guess
Or
what? I don't
just-
give a shit about Liberators.
Because I know for a fact Gabriel Sherhart is never coming back, and Vora's Star Strike is probably gone too.
Oh, can we also talk about how Warcry is losing all the original factions?
Well,
I mean,
Horns wasn't, and neither was Kagger's Ravagers, but the rest of them are. Yeah, it's crazy because the
bye-bye-
Horns are like 2 years old. The Horns, if I shoot, they're like 2.
Yeah, yeah. Bye bye Splintered Fang. In my opinion, those are
I'm
my
in.
favorites.
I'm in the camp that Warcry shouldn't be able to be used in Age of Sigmar because I'm tired of looking at my army roster for Slaves of Darkness and seeing, oh, they want me to use these Warcry armies that aren't in print anymore.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that because when I did the same thing, and that's why I picked Slaves to Darkness. It was I was like, oh cool, I guess this like warband I can use can be used in AOS, and then I look at the rules and it's like, yeah, they can, but you have to have 2 boxes of them, and then
And they
that's the
all
squad.
each count as their own separate character with wounds, and it's like I don't have fucking time for that, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
It's
it's
really
so
stupid.
annoying.
It's really
I don't know. I it felt to me like, oh well, what are the reasons people are going to buy this box if it's
it
not
was
for a
an
new
extra
game?
sell.
And it's just like, oh, because look, they can use it in AOS. Like, just do what Necromunda did, man, and just make the game and be like, here's the game.
if I wanted to spend like $40 on a single Chaos Warrior, it would just be to make Kagra a Chaos like aspiring champion.
Oh,
Like-
I bought that kit for Dire Chasm, and I just use him as like chosen.
Yes, sir.
Icket Claw is going away. That's the thing that bums me out the most.
I hope Icket Claw comes
Oh.
back, man, because he is like the OG.
Dude, okay. Legion is Auxilia. Fuck! Auxilia, Imperial Fists. These motherfuckers get improved cover saves. This is fucking dope. Let's go. I love
Hell
that
yeah.
cover matters again with these rules.
Yeah.
This is great.
I love how salamanders just give a cover save.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
cool. Sorry to derail.
No,
but
you're
it's
good.
dope.
You're good. I'm looking at a lot of the stuff that's getting axed from the Skaven, and almost all of them I absolutely hate. Most of them are like, I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to. Because
Also, the
I
clan
actually
rats. I'm
sold Baseball Doge, my old Skaven army, for Old
yeah.
World.
I traded
And,
him Sylvaneth for it.
Yeah, I got some Sylvaneth from him.
I have Charles Entertainment Cheese sitting on my keyboard right now. I was gonna paint him today, but I ended up running
Chucky.
Blood Bowl way too late in the night.
No,
so it
dude,
was
that
way
Blood
too
Bowl
late.
game was awesome, though.
Yo, Vulcan.
I gotta get Burris on first for my.
Yeah.
Legion of Aquilia, Sons of Horus, I want to throw this against you. If you declare a charge against an enemy unit which has 1 or more models as a casualty as a result of shooting attack by a model of the Legion is, whatever, Sons of Horus special rule. Charging unit adds +2 to the result of the charge roll. So you take those axe motherfuckers and you just go ham on it.
The World Leaders one is pretty neat.
Oh, I
as
didn't
well.
see that one. Sorry,
Damn,
sorry to
dude.
derail again.
No,
it's
you're
just
good.
dope.
Man, I'm sad the
crazy
Mistweaver
about
Sai is going away. That was actually like a really good
Which one?
D&D mini. No one knows where the Mistweaver Sai is, dude. She was in the
Wait, are
Silver Tower.
Did they get rid of the General Grievous wheel?
Yeah, they're getting rid of the General Grievous wheel.
Oh,
Gay. Okay, Agents.
Are you talking about the Doomflayer or?
The Doom wheel?
Oh no, the Doom wheel's still around. I don't
Oh
think
no,
they're getting rid of it.
the Doom Wheel's here to stay. That's like a core. They're probably gonna get rid of. We're not getting rid of Warfuck Giselles. They're turning them into a plastic kit, which is good.
A lot of these are going to be plastic. I can't wait to see the Gutter Runners in plastic, dude.
That
For
would be
real.
so
It's-
cool, dude.
I'm so tired of looking at like the Warfuck Giselles and knowing that you get a single one per fucking kit, and then my rattling gun team that I have is just a metal 2 rats on 1 base, and it was like $18 at the time. Now
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
$30, right? Like
Yeah.
God, wait, this Legion consular. There's an overseer.
I wonder if we'll see rat
yeah,
swarms
dude.
like
His
they're
power
doing with
leash
the
or
Tyranids
whatever the
swarms.
fuck it
It's
is.
a
Uh,
power
cool.
whip, dude.
rat swarms
Yeah.
are
Yo, salamanders have the opportunity to make the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah, we get to whip our boys.
Oh my God.
rat
So I'm
swarms are
thinking
coming
they'll
in like their
probably.
own thing. Like now.
I think they might just like go out and be because when they release it, maybe they'll do it like Tyranids did. Because I actually have like a spare Tyranids army. Don't ask me how or why, but
Ed,
they,
probably do the new release boxes.
maybe. So every 10 Hormigons gets one base of the Ripper Swarms in the box. So I'm wondering if they'll do that with the Rat Swarms at all. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see the contents and what's going to get remastered. We know the Liberators are coming back.
Yeah.
So
I have a one Tyranid mini, and it was GW's mini of the month, and it's just like a little guy, and he sits on my dashboard.
Oh, that's cool.
nice, man.
That's cool. I like
Man, I just can't believe that they just did that. Age of Sigmar just capped like fucking 3 factions.
that. Yup.
That's insane, dude.
Fucked up. I hate it. It pisses me off.
That's just crazy. I mean, and that's
Dude,
one
for
thing where I'm
sale?
like, wow, that's actually insane. Imagine
Yeah.
being like a Beast of Chaos player and being like, I can't wait for Age of Sigmar 4th edition.
Yeah.
You
I
have
know.
exactly 1 year to enjoy your freshly painted army, and then
It's
you're
like
going
you
to
just-
have to kill yourself.
What about this
just
guy
got a
that
cancer
wait,
diagnosis.
tell me about the guy in your LGS. What happened to him?
Yeah, so he
Killed himself.
like in the LGS no, in the LGS Discord, he's like, yeah, this is my last this is my last Ravager. It's the last model in my 2,000 point army that I needed to actually paint, and now it's fully painted. And then like 3 hours later, the store owner was like, yeah, by the way, you're not gonna be able to use that next year. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, new Warhammer like Warcom just came out, and that army's gonna be useless in Age of Sigmar.
That's dude. That's just
That's
And I was like,
uh,
okay, like is that just Beasts of Chaos? Nope, it's Bone Splitters, and then also Skaven, i.e. me players get wrecked to high hell.
man.
Luckily, my Skaven army is just a bunch of Storm Fiends and Throt, so
nice.
Whoa, Vulcan, what the fuck is this Life Ward section? Did you see that?
Man, I can't believe
Yeah.
they're creaming about this fucking book, dude. It's
Dude,
so
oh
funny.
my god, dude.
nut.
So Solar Auxilia, it's like a new command squad that's beefy as shit. They all have battle hardened, so they have 2 wounds. They're veterans.
So they're essentially Marines.
Yeah,
I'll
they're essentially
probably-
fucking
Veteran
Marines
Marines.
Use them,
Bad.
yeah.
with a fucking 3-up armor save and refractor fields. And these dumb motherfuckers, for every up to 2 models in the unit can get a fucking Thunderhammer. They just hand those out now.
I actually, yeah, my commander for my Auxilia has a Thunderhammer.
Yeah, well, guess what? Now you just pop the fuck off because dudes in your like fucking command squad can do it.
Speaking of command squads and just squads, what do you guys think is the best spearhead or combat patrol for AOS and 40k?
Okay, let's take because we also have to do our worst as well.
Yeah, no, we'll do the worst after. Let's just do the best first.
Yeah.
Combat patrol. Goodness.
By the way, we talked about this before the
We
cast.
talked about
because
this off, and like honestly,
the best one, and we agreed because we have to take this one off the table because it's just the definitive best one, best bang for your buck and everything. The Dark Eldar Combat Patrol with the
Easy.
Raider, the Ravager, 10 Kabalites, 5 Incubi, and Archon. Right out of the gates, just the best one.
That is the best one. Jack didn't know it still existed until like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I thought they took it away and replaced it with something.
He was like, wait, that's a thing?
No, that's the thing. I was like, damn, I thought they got rid of it and replaced it with the stupid witch one, which sucks.
I actually pulled up the website just to refresh my memory because my LGS is always sold out of them,
Oh, yeah.
and I have to change my answers a bit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What do you think? Eric? We'll start with you.
So my personal favorite for 40k is the Black Templars Combat Patrol.
Very
Fuck!
good.
I was gonna
Very
say that one. Damn it!
It's not.
It's a
I don't
good
think it's the.
one, man. It's
I
a
don't think.
really
Yeah,
good one.
I don't think it's the best one.
I think it's a great starting point for Black Templars. Like,
Yeah,
specific-
it's like it's a
If you-
solid like you get
If you
the
get that
Black
one and the
Templars like
starting box. It's
yeah.
perfect.
I actually did do that. That's what my Black Templar army is made
Exactly.
of. I got that launch box, and then I got the combat patrol, and then bought
yeah.
a sword brethren, and
Yeah,
then
it's perfect.
that was it.
It's perfect.
as far as worst goes, it's like a 4-way tie.
Oh man, really hit me with
Don't forget to give us your best Rage of Sigmar as well.
Yeah. So worst for 40k. I don't like the new Space Marine Combat Patrol because it's just a
Oh god,
Leviathan
it's
half.
so bad, and it
Um,
has stuff missing, dude.
It has what is that missing?
Damn, that sucks.
What's missing from it?
Is it? Do they have the librarian in there?
Oh,
The
they don't have the
librarian,
pistol dude.
the
librarian,
captain.
the captain.
Okay,
Five
so they have everything in there, and that's
5
just not
invaders.
justifiable for an army.
Yeah.
That's just not.
That
Um,
sucks.
Not enough.
I would tie
Yeah.
that with the Deathwatch army because Lamau Deathwatch.
I think the Deathwatch one is the worst one, dude. I think
It
it's
might be
so
the
Um,
bad.
base one's
Firstborn
fun.
Deathwatch is where it should stay.
Yeah.
bottom of
Base
the
one is
bin.
pretty dog shit.
Primaris just it doesn't have enough personality, and that's kind of
Well,
like
it doesn't feel like Deathwatch when you look
Oh,
at it.
yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah, it
this is how you
sucks.
get an apothecary for like
Yeah,
a
like
stupid amount of money.
plus it comes with aggressors and an apothecary, minus literally everything else. Like who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
I ended up
Um,
converting that lieutenant into a captain. Someone's like, "Oh, just run the lieutenant." I'm like, anyone in their sane mind is going to convert that
But
lieutenant into like a Deathwatch watch.
there's
or
3
captain.
fucking combat patrols that come with aggressors.
mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not fucking. It's
Well, it's because aggressors don't sell, and they need to get rid of these
Oh,
plastic.
hold on.
bullets
Aggressors are like my
fly.
favorite Primaris unit. Let's
Yeah,
not
man,
slander
yeah,
the
don't
fuck.
aggressors
Yeah,
right
don't
now.
say- yeah, like I'm
gonna
also
drag
the
you.
the aggressor enjoyer.
Damn,
Um,
that sucks. I hate
Salamander
aggressors.
player is an aggressor.
They look like
fan.
fucking.
Stalker, right?
They're
Yeah.
almost StarCraft players characters.
The fire bats. Yeah, I hate.
I don't mind it. I like the aggressors, but yeah, word. I think that is bad. What are your other two?
So personal least favorite is the Death Guard Combat Patrol.
God, dude,
Because
I agree.
giving me 39 models is for a combat patrol is stupid. As a guy who just got the new Orc box, 73 models. And then after that, it's the Thousand Suns because yeah, cool. It's like one of the only ways to get Scarab Terminators, but also same thing. Giving me Sangors and a Thousand
20
Suns army.
Zangors, dude.
I
20
hate
Zangors.
Terminators. I have
Yeah.
like a fucking raging.
I hate them too,
You
man.
got by them pretty hard.
Like,
didn't you?
I got by them so bad. But
Was
I
this
ended up
was this
filling
Brian?
up. No, this was like one of the times I actually played fucking 9th edition IRL,
Ooh,
and it was a
9th edition.
raging dumpster fire. Not like on the game system itself, but just like
No, dude. In
He was-
9th edition,
he was an
Scarab Terminators are bullshit. I agree.
this guy was being an absolute.
Timestamp that.
To use
No,
a term
I'll
that's
get
not
it.
entirely fucking
My
rage. my rage cannot be put
thing.
into an actual word.
I had the
because
same thing
that
for Death
wasn't-
Guard in that edition because I had a very similar thing happen.
Well, here's the thing,
Death
man. You
Guard
could run
player
Cult of Time and
was
just
bitch.
bring a Terminator back to life.
Well, like that too was like I remember when we did that like online like tabletop sim like league,
The escalation link for a
yeah.
month, yeah.
and we started with 500 points. And my first opponent, I was playing Death Guards, and Death Guard are super expensive and terrible at combat patrol level.
Yeah.
He was playing Thousand Suns, and he had like everything had warp fire throwers, and then he just had
Yep.
Terminators that were like impossible to kill. And I was like, dude, I'm Death Guard, and you're out like just living me. This sucks. Like,
Bro, yeah, that's so sad to hear. Mine didn't go that well. I throat punched a Tyrannifex. But dude, yeah, that's gotta suck because Death Guard the Thousand Suns. It's a mirror match, sorta. But it's such a low level, you can't bring things that help you counter the other one that well.
yeah, and then like Thousand Suns, everything's a sorcerer, so he just had an extra shooting phase pretty much. So it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
what the hell?
That's so bullshit,
It's
dude.
Mortal
I'm sorry,
Wounds,
man.
though.
I don't think I like any of them outside the Dark Eldar. Like particularly,
Damn.
it doesn't really like.
I hate
Um,
all the Marine ones except for Black Templars. And
I don't know, man. I'm actually gonna go
I-
through my favorite one in here. If
Oh,
I were
like-
to start a Marine army today, I would probably buy the Blood Angels Combat Patrol.
I like the Blood
I
Angels one
hate
a
it.
lot.
Not because it's Blood Angels themed, but because you have like 5 incursors,
I hate
5
this.
intercessors, 3 aggressors, and you have a transport and a character. That doesn't suck.
I like the old
Yeah,
Space
yeah,
Marine one.
intercessors.
The old
Yeah,
Space
the
Marine
old
one was
Space
really
Marine
good.
Really good.
Yeah, the
Um,
Infiltrator Vanguard one was great.
Every single Marine one, in my opinion, sucks dick except for the Black Templars one.
Hold on, the Grey
because
Knights
it's
one is
all
cool too.
generic it's all generic trash. However, you get to the goddamn Chaos Space Marines, they're
Here we
fucking
go.
sick. I love
Oh
the
god, I
fuck
love the
them.
Dark Apostle.
Yeah, it's great. You get a Hellbrute, you get Havocs, you get fucking like regular CSM. Dude, they're fucking great. They're fucking great. Now,
Custodes is all right.
I was gonna say Custodes is my favorite one for
It is Sisters
outside
of
of Dark Elder.
Silence.
It's crazy because that's going away in like
Yeah.
a week, dude.
Yes, it is. It's a goddamn shame because that box is awesome. 'cause
Actually,
guess
by the
what?
time this episode drops, it's probably gone.
It's
And
probably gonna be
SMH,
gone.
it's so homosexual.
Yeah, but guess what? You get to use that. Get it fast. Get it fast. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter to people listening, but get it fast because you could use that for Horus Heresy, and you could use it for 40k if you.
This is
wanna
the
play
thing.
fast.
Jax likes to overlap his game systems.
Well,
because it's
there's
fucking
if
smart.
there's overlap, then that means it has intrinsically more value.
Yeah, no, I don't
Speaking of
disagree.
Yeah,
I think it's a great
Speaking
idea.
of overlap, the actual best box, other than the Dark Elder one, for bang for your buck, is the Chaos Demons Combat Patrol, because you could use that for every fucking game system. Age of Sigmar, Old World, 40k, Horus Heresy. You could even use it in
Kill Team and Warcry.
Kill Team and Warcry. Fucking fantastic box. Great utility. Awesome.
I would get the Chaos Demons Combat Patrol if it was just 4 Beasts of Nurgle.
That's
That's like a
Yeah,
$50
They
model
need to
at this point.
update the Beast of Nurgle pricing, man. 'cause
Where's-
you're
where's-
supposed to
where's
take them
the-
in squads of 3.
Where's the Nurgle love? We
For
we
real.
just
That's what I'm
just don't
saying.
get
bro.
it.
My most hated one is my absolute most hated one is Leagues of Votan because I don't like the look of most of them.
I like them. I like the Votan for
I
personal
like their
reasons.
character models a lot.
I just wish they I wish they had more than one named character.
Their characters look good. Their generic infantry look like fucking dog shit, and I hate.
No,
them.
they look like Amogus guys.
Yeah, they look
Amogus.
stupid.
I painted mine red with blue lenses, dude.
So
They look stupid as shit. I hate them.
Susi.
Now if we
Susi
pivot
Barky.
over to Age of Sigmar Vanguard boxes, Flesh Eater Quartz is probably my favorite.
That's a good one. That just came out too, and I actually debated on picking that up because I picked up Ushuran, their centerpiece
Yep.
mini,
It looks sick.
and yeah, they're that's a good one, man. And it's like
The other
it's
one
like
is
if you wanted to buy that new Flesh Eater Quartz box, but you didn't want the Codex or like 20 Crypt Guard.
Right. But so Slaves to Darkness is my other favorite one here. And hey, guess what? I'm gonna say it again because you can use it now for Old World and Sigmar, and the models look fucking amazing.
I have to interject. I actually don't like the Vanguard box. I think if you're gonna get it, you should get the Eternus box.
Yeah, the Eternus Warhorde is probably the play because you'll need
I
2 of those.
only don't
Yeah.
like the Vanguard because it comes with that stupid fucking chariot that just haven't been able to make good in like 20
Did
years.
they
Well,
update
well,
that
here's the
thing yet?
thing.
Oh my
That
god, they
was-
didn't. It's still the old chariot.
But
What
here's
the
the thing:
hell?
that chariot fucks in Old
You know
World.
what's funny? That's a callback to their old start collecting box with the chariot.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking. So that chariot is a goddamn madman, and it's really hard to kill in Old World.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I forgot that they were selling these. Last time I remember them was like that guy Ralk or something, or he was in Broken Realms and he was like a chariot boss, and they had a
Yeah.
box with like 3 chariots in it.
Yep.
I debated on picking that up, but I was like, I don't want to do chariots because my Slaves to Darkness, they basically go around the mortal realms collecting rare beasts for Archaon to use to try to get into his ear.
Dude.
My Slaves to
Also
Darkness
Soul
are all just like esoteric analogies.
Oh my
So
God.
Also, Soulblight Gravelords fucking rule.
That one's a
Vargheists,
good one too. I do like that one.
Dude, you get your Boner Boys, you get your Vargheists, you get your Blood Knights, and you get a Vampire if you like.
I
You
actually
can use
just
that really well.
picked this one up, and it's the new Cities of Sigmar Vanguard one.
Oh,
The
nice.
Spearhead. Go check that one out, man. That one's really great. That is just excellent. I mean, yeah, you only buy one, but for what you get in there, it's really good value.
That's the one that comes like the cannon rampart looking thing.
Yeah, it comes with an Ironwold cannon, a general on a horsey, 5 knights, and then 10 guys on foot.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
And then my second choice is probably the Ideneth Deepkin one. That one's fantastic. You buy
Yeah.
2 of those, bro. You can run
Shocker.
free
I
fire.
Shocker that you like the Deepkin.
Bro,
I
that
mean,
one's
they're-
really good. There's
they're
a
really cool.
sub-faction. It's called Feuthon, right? And what that does is it allows those sharks in that box to become infantry and hold objectives.
That's really cool.
I have 5
That's
sharks.
really cool.
GW doesn't want you to know this, but you can just field sharks. It's like the Deepkin.
I'm
have 5 of them,
forever burnt on the Techless Water Elf project because the one time I ever played against them was my Skaven army,
Oh, cry
and
about it.
it's
I don't
all
wanna hear it.
shooting, and
I
the
don't
guy's
want
like,
to
"Yeah,
hear
you
it. I know
can't
what
shoot
you
these
did. You
eels,
got
eat
charged
shit."
by eels, didn't you?
No, he just kind of sat in the middle and was like, "You have to come to me because you can't shoot me within less than a foot."
Oh no!
from-"
That dude, that was AOS 2nd edition cheese, and that pissed me off.
Yeah, like
That
it's,
was so lame. Where it's like I just get to bring this with the Gloomtide shipwreck. I get to put that there, and now you can't shoot me. Haha.
and
And
this
it's like,
giant
okay.
stupid turtle.
I do like that turtle though. I have a Leviathan. I gotta paint it.
Shoot that fucking turtle. Fuck.
But yeah, those are my two, man. And Idneth Deepkin were kicked down so many times. Like
I mean,
nobody
good
liked them, just like
fuck.
Teklos hated them.
Fuck
Yeah.
eel spam.
Well, yeah, that was the only way you could play him, bro. But eel spam is my favorite way to play. So
How about
XD.
most hated has got to be probably one of the Fire Slayer ones, even though there's two of them.
So one of them is a Dawnbringer cohort, and ironically, the Dawnbringer cohort is better than the
Okay.
other one.
Yeah, same with Gloomspite.
Yeah, the Gloomspite one's really good compared to their actual Vanguard box.
I look at the Fire Slayers and every single model looks the exact same to me.
They have the power of symmetry.
You're
Like, I can't tell the difference between any like distinct unit because they all look exactly the fucking
it's
same.
Yeah,
it's
like, if-
20 it's 20 berserkers, my guy.
Yeah,
No,
they're
you're
all
looking
supposed to
at-
look the
And
same.
then there's
looking at the
five
Dawnbringer.
five unique individuals that are like have chain weapons.
So
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
fucking
thing.
dumb.
As someone that almost started a Fire Slayer's army, you don't want 20 Berserkers, maybe like buy a box of them, I guess. But what you really want is you want the Hearthguard or the Hearthpike dudes.
The only cool model from Fire Slayers, I think, is the one that rides the fucking Fire Dragon.
Bro, I was gonna say one of the coolest boxes I've ever seen
So
in
real.
GW history was the old Start Collecting Fire Slayers box.
Yeah,
That was a great box.
yeah.
So you got the entire range in one box, aside from the Hearthguard kit, which is
That's
kind of
cool.
sad at the same time.
Yeah.
But for my
Yeah,
worst, I got to go with the new Sylvaneth one. Compared to the old one, it's just
New
not great.
Silver.
Yeah, and then the Dawnbringers box for the Sylvaneth is just 3 models.
Oh, I bought that,
Sylvaneth
dude.
God.
I bought that because I
Oh yeah,
actually
it's a
like.
great supplement,
I
but
love
it's as
Theranos.
it's
He's
like
awesome, dude.
Hey, what was that one box that has like 2 or 3 giants in it? I like that box. That box is funny and cool to me.
The beer guzzler or ale guzzler Gargan box where it's like
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah, I think I like that a lot. I think that's really funny that you can just buy 3 fucking giants.
Vulcan, what would you say your favorite and least favorite for AOS is?
My favorite is going to be the new Seraphon.
Nice,
fuck?
good choice.
It's
That's
just,
a
like-
great one because of the big lizard HQ.
Yeah,
They're fun and really cool.
I already own the Start Collecting box, so it lets me get the because I chose the Carnodon, or
Mhm.
sorry,
Nice.
the Troglodon. I chose the Troglodon, not the Carnosaur. So
right.
I can get a Carnosaur, and I get the new sculpts for the Croxagore and Warriors, which look fucking wonderful.
Bro, both the Croxagore and the Warriors look so good, and everybody
great.
says that the Croxagores are like really poopy right now, but fuck
gives a
you, they're
fuck?
giant
Cool.
lizards. That's awesome.
Yeah.
and I
If
get
I
to
played
that's
Lizard
me-
Men,
that's
dude,
just
I would
me
bring at
using
least
them.
6 to 9 of these Croxagores.
Yeah, I would.
They're fucking cool, dude.
Yeah,
I
they
Yeah,
look
would
really
Croxagore.
nice.
Rule of Cool is so omnipotent in my army design choices that
Yeah, same.
it's a hindrance. Like,
That happened to me with my Raven Guard for Horse Heresy because a bunch of Mordathans aren't that great, but they're awesome because they're Mordathans.
Mordathans are the best shooting, like probably the best shooting unit in the game.
They're the best sniper unit in the game, and they're just versatile. But
I
in
think
terms of points, Dark Furies cost less and do more.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
the
but
best,
they're
one of the
they're a
best
better
snipers.
veteran squad,
Yeah, no,
damn, I wish
agree.
I
Shadowkin
Yeah.
had a model.
and you get ballistic skill 5.
I
Yeah,
think the
and
best
on top of that,
shooting
you can give
unit-
them shotguns, melt a breacher charges, or
Yeah,
just even
like
use that
you're-
shroud and the 6-up dude.
They're,
think
you're,
the
Also
best
good.
shooting
you're
unit is
incredibly
probably-
versatile.
It's
Yeah,
either the
for-
Sun Killers or it's the Iron Havocs.
fuck you. Sun Killers aren't official.
The
Get
iron,
outta
the,
here.
the Iron Havocs are good, but like
It's the precision shots for me. You point that near command squad, you have Slay the Warlord. It's done.
Damn, I wish Shadowskin had a model.
You know who I wish had a model, dude? I really wish Rick Hearth got a new model for Old World. That's it. That's the entire sentence.
Yeah. I want Setcher to get a new model because Setcher.
I was really sad he didn't. I was assuming I was
they-
like, come on, bro. Please.
I think they might give it to him later on, but they want to focus on actually getting the fucking game out first.
Dude, that Old World release is just so crazy to me. Where it's like, yep, here's the new book. It's up to you to source the minis. For the 2 factions we do have, they're way more expensive now.
you know what? I don't like Daughters of Cain.
I
That's,
think Daughters of Cain that took the Dark Elf slot too for like
Yeah.
AOS, and the Adnet Deepkin were like in a weird middle of the ground.
Yeah.
So like on one hand, I'm like, yeah, all right, we got Adnet Deepkin out of it, but on the other hand, I wish we got regular Dark Elves,
Yeah.
which we're not even gonna get for Old World either. They're not putting them in there.
Yeah. But that's why we have 3D printers. Honestly, like At the end of the day, models are cool, but we can source the models ourselves or get them recast or whatever.
No, you're completely right, guys.
Well,
So
if
And
they're
here's the even better thing: if you're 3D printing or recasting, that means GW gets none of your money because your rules are free.
which it's really, it pains me to say this, but like it should just be free, man. These codexes, they cost in 2019 when I bought my first Space Marine codex in like March of 2019. It was $40, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess it's the book. It has everything, you know. It's not that bad of an asking price.
It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, and now it's like $55, almost $60 for the book, and you're buying a combat patrol already.
Yeah,
It is
especially
$60.
since
I
I have
just
to
looked it up.
buy a new
Yeah.
fucking book in 2 to 3 years anyway.
It is
Remember,
so hard on new players, man. It's so
remember-
bad for new players.
Remember when the instructions used to come with like the actual like weapon profile? And,
Yeah,
like,
well,
data
they
card?
still do. They still do, but
Yeah, but they
they're
don't
like-
tell
they're
you
like
what the
weird
actual
stuff.
weapon is at this point. It just says
no,
like
they
the
just
stat,
like
the
they
base
go by
stat
like a
line.
number. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
saw
weird
that.
symbols and like hieroglyphs. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude, I don't
Um,
fuck with that shit.
I have two favorite vanguards.
Okay,
One, it's the ogres because they're the literally me faction.
that's a good one. I was talking to Jack
there's
about that one.
There's not a
Pretty good.
single bad thing. Like, you could get 2 of those boxes and you have a full 2,000 point army. It's crazy.
I was gonna say,
so
like, you get
cool.
that, and then you could break into, like, you get like a Stonehorn or something because
Like,
you
you
already
don't-
have the riders.
Yeah, you don't need the Noblars, but it's cool. You get 5 free Noblars. Who cares? Or 4 free Noblars. Who
it's
cares?
dope.
And then after that is probably the Caradron Overlords because I think
Caradron Overlords one's good too.
yeah, I like flying dwarfs. I think that's funny.
Here's
you know,
my
that's
thing.
that's funny because I said the opposite.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally when we were talking about it before we started,
The overlords
I
are
was
a
like,
very
I don't
polarizing faction.
see. I don't like the balloon dwarves, like the ones where they just have the bubble on their back.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's fucking ridiculous. But I
Silly
can
and-
do the airship. The
And
frigate,
the one
the
with the
frigate's
one
neat.
with the top hat is also silly.
Oh, I love him, dude. I can't remember his name, but
I
have
agree. I
him.
love the
Yeah.
Zeppelin gun.
They're all cool.
The first
on the
me
topic of those
ever
dog
painted was
drives.
a Freighter Sigma the Navigator.
Nice.
I was
Yeah,
gonna use them for
nice.
DD. I was like, wait a minute, this looks not like a D&D mini at all.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate
that-
that mentality.
that
It's like, that
depends
doesn't
on-
look like a
that's
D&D
better.
mini. That fucking
You-
sucks. I'm
You
running it
could go
anyway.
Everon.
Yeah.
Now, Ogre Mob Tribes, the other really cool thing about it, I'm going to say it again.
Here we go.
Use it for Old World!
Yeah, dude.
Are ogres coming
sooner-
back for Overlord?
Old World,
They
they are
because
coming
they're
back.
Free rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the
Um,
Magician of Nurgle actually. Now
The Maggot Kin of Nurgle Vanguard's also really good.
I'm like-
That's you could get 2 of those and have a 2K army because of the Puscoil Blight Lords and the Blood Kings.
I like the
kinda
Glock
like
King
this Skaven one,
of,
because
like,
the
the
Skaven one
actual,
comes with
like,
the Rattling
unit here.
Ogres.
Yeah,
And the
Storm
Warplock
Fiends, yeah,
King.
dude.
Dude, so the Storm Fiends, that is the Rat Ogres to me. Those look great.
They're so cute.
So rumor is from my LGS owner, they're going to redo the Rat Ogres
Cool.
That
for the
makes
new
sense.
edition.
Are they? I figured as much. I'm assuming
Because-
they're going to be Storm Fiend scale as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I like the Storm Fiends, yeah, because as you said, they're
Storm
basically
Fiends are
rat
way
ogres
cooler,
that are just bane posting, and I think that's hilarious.
With guns and shit, dude.
Well, they don't show you the horrifically shriveled rat controlling them.
Yeah,
rat
the
body
brain
yeah,
rat
it's-
on the back. It's so cool.
It's quintessential Games Workshop in terms of that design. Man. Skaven are just so unique and iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
love the giant Warplock cannon.
Yeah, you can also build that as a catapult too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you build it as a catapult, you're gonna get dunked on.
Yeah, catapults fucking suck.
There's
dude.
no plague or clan pestilence in this box. So why would you build this as a clan pestilence
I'm just
unit?
saying
Yeah,
you could if
exactly.
you wanted to. I had like what
here's
I
the
was
thing.
building was like a combination of great clans for you.
Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Here's
you
the
have,
thing,
like,
I'm gonna
Skyer
say it
and,
again. You could
stuff.
use it in Old World.
Actually, you can't. Skaven aren't getting rules for Old World.
Yes, they already have free rules in Old World.
Do they? I thought.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they
they're
weren't-
one of the
Dude,
PDF
Every
factions.
faction, yeah, every faction has free rules, even if they're
Okay.
not going to be.
That's
quote
not
unquote
true.
main
Not
characters.
every faction. They've backtracked on Kislev and Cathay. They're saying, nope, we're not touching that. Eat
That was
shit.
crazy to me. Everyone was like, "Hey, are you finally
No.
doing that?" And everyone
Wait,
was
for
like, "Yeah, they
real?
might."
They said they were going to. They even, I think someone pointed out today that they had
They had
they even
model
like
versions.
accidentally like posted a model at some point that was like a Kislev model, And
Yeah.
then recently they were like, yeah, we're not actually doing those because we're too pussy to do a Russian and Chinese themed models.
Okay, wait, question here, because I remember in 2019 when they were like, Old World's going to come back in a few years. The first
here's
thing they
the
did were
thing,
like, we're going to
imagine-
focus a lot on Kislev.
Yeah.
I remember
Yep.
they
And
called it the Bear
Yefei.
Diaries. You remember that shit?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And now they're
so
just backing out of it.
Mhm.
Oh my
That's
Like
god!
that's
fucked up. However,
why I'm
every
saying,
army
like,
that used to exist
yeah.
is getting their rules.
But yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm saying Old World is probably like the biggest bag they've ever fumbled. Like,
Yeah, no, it is.
From
I
timing
100%
to the
think it is, dude.
game. If they had released it
It was
when
dead on arrival.
motherfucking Total War Warhammer came out, it would have been the best thing ever. But
I just hope that they know who their audience for that's going to be,
they
because
do, which is why this is their release schedule.
to be honest with you, man, they need to know that what they're like, they're not going to grow a lot of new players for Old World.
They know.
And I'm assuming that was the case for their launch box too, where
Yeah,
they're
no,
like,
they-
yeah, we're
they
not going to
do.
do this super big launch box like Heresy. We're just going to like individually release
oh,
stuff.
dude, the
Access denied.
Yeah, because they're gonna make it like weird side game stuff. Yeah. So I understand that, but I'm not gonna go to GW to get the actual models anyway. I'm gonna go to my.
I like going to the Games Workshop store sometimes because when I go to my LGS and they have like 0 orcs, they have a Snickrod because
yeah.
the dudes can't like order orcs for some reason.
Yeah.
Um,
GW will have it.
and then I go to GW and they have like up to the Stompa, and it's like, okay, yeah, cool, I'll take like 3 of those. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Man, see, that's something that's whacked me, because I used to go only to Games Workshop. When I started doing Warhammer, I only went to Games Workshop because I'm like, this is such a niche thing. Surely no other store is going to have stuff. And now I don't even go to that store.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I actually was like really good friends with the owner. On his days off, he would do like MMA ringside fighting.
Oh,
They're
nice.
And he
actively
played
driving
Nurgle and
people
Gene
away.
Stealers. And he was like really cool. He
Oh,
told me, he's like, I'm going to be bluntly honest with you, man. I play like a game a year, and I'm supposed to tell you whatever is hot this week is what you should buy. But if you want to buy something, just tell me what it is, and if we don't have it here, I'll order
Wait,
it for you.
John, and censor this out. John, is this the one that?
No.
Okay.
mine, yeah, it was like flat out like I don't like Old World. It should be like epic scale, like Legion Imperialis, but for
Like-
some
Yeah, I
reason,
wouldn't mind that, but I don't think it would work as epic scale. I have no problem with the game coming
So
back.
one of the original games, War Master, was essentially just that. It was epic scale Warhammer Fantasy.
well, like yeah, like
was
that's
really
the
cool.
thing, right? Is if you like say like, if you go from Total War, like
Yeah.
was your introduction to fantasy, you're now going from battles with like thousands of dudes to now you're playing the Empire. Here's a squad of pikemen. It's 20 dudes. Here's a steam tank. That's half your army. Like,
Here's my
it's-
thing. I started playing tabletop Warhammer, old like fantasy battles, before I started playing like Total War, right? And to me it felt just like the board game.
Yeah, it felt
Well, yeah,
good.
like I've always
Regardless of like, and I know in video games, like, and I know on the tabletop we all wish it could be like a big battle, but realistically speaking, it can't. So I'm okay with that. I don't have
Unless
an
you're
issue.
playing
With it.
epic scale, but yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
and this is the part that ties into making comp nerds mauled. Imagination is like a huge part of the game.
Yeah.
So like you got to imagine like an individual model represents like 10 guys, or
Or
like,
you
and
just
it's
imagine it that this is a small section of a larger battle.
yeah,
That's another thing. Yeah.
that's another thing. And like for like me, when people go, oh, bolt guns shouldn't just be 2 shots, and it's like, no, in my mind, that's like he's mag dumping 2 magazines, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I agree. No, that's something where it's like, oh man. And that's on the player to look at and go,
Well,
It's-
you
it's
know,
definitely more
you can
than one
interpret
shot.
it many different ways. You know, they
That's
could all.
true.
Yeah, the rapid fire is them, foregoing their bolter discipline. The single shots them, actually, tap firing
Yeah.
oh yeah,
because
And then when you Fury of the Legion, that is the mag dump.
yeah.
Yep.
that's the thing, man. And that tells me who's like in the hobby, quote unquote. I don't like saying that sometimes, but who's
No,
in
fuck
it to like actually enjoy the game and be here to like do something fun, and who's playing competitively, who's the one that
Yeah.
just got out of Magic the
Oh,
Gathering.
yeah,
and
like,
really
that's
wants to,
the,
like, dumpster somebody else.
like I schizo posted on Twitter earlier. Hold on, let me pull up the tweet. Haha. About Warhammer, because I just got done having that conversation with that comp nerd.
Oh yeah.
Right. I think he's
Pull it
looking
up.
for the tweet
Yeah,
right
my
now.
phone is slow because I
Ah,
drop
fuck
it so much.
Oh my God.
Hot take, but
real.
dudes that get mad at the autistic teens in their local hobby shops for talking like orcs and getting super into it are the actual people that need to be gatekept.
Yes,
And the
I
dudes
agree.
that paint homo marines for clout don't actually play the game anyways, so you're not going to
Facts.
see them. Like,
Facts. I agree 100%.
Yeah, no, it's not even like that big of a deal. Here's the thing. I've been to some games though. I went to the Midwest Showdown in 2022, and there's a dude there, and he had it's just sometimes you just meet someone and like that does Warhammer, and you're just like, come on, man, don't be that guy. Please don't be like that.
there, like that's like it's the
But-
caveat is like there's always the stereotype for a reason.
So I was playing, and this dude, he totally looked like McLovin,
Yeah.
right? And he's sitting there, and I'm like, oh, hey, and I'm looking at, and he had some Emperor's Children, and he's playing Chaos Space Marines, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, oh, cool, and he pulls out his Demon Prince, or
Oh,
should I say
God.
Demon Princess? And
Oh.
I'm not gonna shit on somebody for like proxying or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. But this was just
Just
straight up like a
Barbie
naked demon girl, like totally
Bait.
100% naked.
Doing bait.
Yep.
It was like total gooner shit, yeah.
Yep.
And it was just a naked like 3D printed demon lady,
Yep.
which is like
Those-
fine, but like we know why it's on
Yep,
the
we
table.
know why
So-
you did it. I'm also not touching your model because you're.
Yeah, I'm not
definitely
touching
cracking
that, dude.
me up.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
You
that's
guys,
a nice. That's
he
a
was
nice
nice,
gloss
but,
you
like,
put on
I-
there.
Yeah, I glazed it myself.
Yeah.
God. He looked the type to like.
Did you guys ever read like the fucking green text about the
The
kid who
Nurgle one?
went?
Yeah. The Nurgle kid.
Oh
Yeah.
god, dude! Together,
I make my own
oh,
paints.
Not,
Booty
I,
paint.
I don't go through a day without thinking about that, unfortunately.
So funny.
Bro, it's between that guy and the dude that drilled anatomical buttholes on his Space Wolf. Like,
on his Thunderwolf cavalry. So notice how it's like mainly Chaos Space Marine players who are like this.
yeah,
Just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, yeah, like
Just saying.
and then, but then there's also the flip side of those
Spoiled
Chaos Space Marine
game.
players.
there's
Where I
some
don't know if
really
you-
cool ones. Yeah.
Where like I don't know if you've seen it, but there's actually like a Reddit post where this dude's complaining about his like tournament opponent, where he's just the guy's like shadow boxing because he's playing
That's
World
Get Good
Leaders.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
World Leaders player. So here's
That's
the thing.
get good 40K.
Yeah,
Like,
Get Good
hey.
40K posted that, and here's
Hey.
here's my thing about that. It's like, oh, that'll make people uncomfortable, bro. Who cares? Like, you're in a
Yo,
game,
that
so
guy-
you're
real,
having
like-
fun. That's a safe environment. It's
Bro,
not like,
are you expecting to go up against a goddamn World Eaters player and not have that kind of energy? Every World
Literally.
Eaters player I've ever fucking met has had that kind of energy, and they've all been my favorite dude. There was a guy from my local game store named Matt. This guy made the most bloody, most visceral models with his conversions, right? He would always use excess amounts of green stuff to make gore, blood, and shit splattered everywhere. It was fucking sick. And he always had that exact kind of attitude as well as like the Get Good 40K guy. This guy was like one of my favorite dudes to play against.
there
because-
was the Get
Oh,
Good
yeah.
40K also posted another one where it was a guy that was like, hey guys, I'm a World Eaters player, and I just had really bad surgery, and they let me keep a piece of my
the
skull.
guy. Yeah, what
And,
do you guys
they're
think
like-
on that?
They were like, yeah, should I put it on the base of Angron? And everybody was like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm in agreement. I think that's cool. That adds to it. That's interesting, I suppose. But it's not like gonna weird me out. Like, it's nothing like the dude that shows up with the Coomer bait miniature and the skull guy. I know, they're both.
I'm
Chaos
going to
Space
touch your
players.
skull.
Yeah.
Like that Angron mini. That's just such a cool creative idea.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's kind of gross, I guess, in some aspects,
it
but.
can be if it's not sanitized,
Yeah.
There's got to be.
But
you
he
know,
said that it
a-
was like sanitized and floating out.
Yeah, exactly,
That was already sanitized. So it's just like a piece of a human skull, which is, I mean, it's an entire faction about like running up and like ripping people to pieces with chainsaws.
Literally, they
Yeah.
have an implant in their skulls.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
that's what he got.
Yeah, he should
so-
tell him like, yeah, I got my butcher's nails put in.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Quick note to any listener: you should read Betrayer. It is the best heresy novel.
That's a lie, but it's a good one.
It's a really good one. I know you're gonna say Deliverance Lost, but I think
Shush! I was gonna say Deliverance Last or No Fear. Come on now.
No,
I was,
no,
I was on the fence of saying no fear.
No
No
Fear is really
Fear
good,
is
dude.
fantastic. So Horus Rising is really good.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean the
Uh,
first 3 books are like if you haven't gotten into the
Fantastic.
series and you're looking to start, those first 3
Fantastic.
books are perfect,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of go off on your own merry way and kind of look into like particular points in the story that you kind of want, like you're
Yep.
interested in.
For me, and I know it's Siege of Terra rather than Horus Heresy, but I lump it all together. Saturnine is fucking base.
Saturnine is great.
One of my favorites. And then other than that, oh,
What
no
about you,
fear
Ward?
is
What
up
are
there.
some of your other favorites?
So I'm really biased. One of my favorite parts of Angel Exterminatus is Shadowskin sniping Fulgrim and just making every World Eater have a collective like aneurysm. Or not World Eater, Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
And then in the same book, Perturabo hits Fulgrim so hard in the abdomen with a hammer that it bisects him and that's the reason he's a snake.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
So I was actually gonna say on the flip side, I hate Angel Exterminatus. I really don't like Grant McNeil as a writer. And so part of the reason for that, everyone knows the scene with the little toy Warhound.
yeah,
I think they did a really good job. Like they were about to build up Perturabo as a really good character, and I think they ruin it in one go. With the smashing of the Warhound into Fulgrim's face. I think that ruined his character right there because he just
yeah.
went
I
off
could,
being
I
a
could,
tyrant.
I could see that. Like you're
I
talking
don't
like
disagree
how,
because there are other moments where Perturabo comes off as very strangely human.
Yeah.
yeah, like
So
he is a really well written character, but I can see why you're saying that because like yeah, he's like showing him like yeah, this is something from Vulcan that I like absolutely cherish, and then
yeah, I
immediately just
cherish
goes
the
and
fuck
breaks
out of
it because like what the fuck, dude?
because he's a
You're
petulant fucking child. I don't think he was well written up until the point of the Siege of Terra. Again, it's gonna be Saturnine, where him and Dorn are both independently reflecting about each other, and Perturabo's doing like a meditation technique that he begrudgingly admits that he learned from Dorn, and he goes like, what from a time where I could consider him my brother, or like I once called him brother, and like they got along, and he's like, yeah, this is a meditation technique I learned from him, and Dorn meanwhile is in like the garden in Bad Bastion. He's reflecting on like the state of affairs in the during the siege and everything. And it's a really beautifully written scene with a really good dynamic between the two. And that's when Perturabo really shines the best, is when he's able to actually show his real humanity instead of being like a petulant fucking retard.
So
I mean,
real.
yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
that's the thing about every Primarch is some form of autist.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But he's my
I
most
love
hated
the
kind
fact
of
that
all.
we just
They
had
they,
Jack.
they
Jack
genetically
freestyled that.
inherited autism from their dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they
it's
did.
I know this could go on for hours, but
We actually,
we've
like,
actually
did
had like
this.
spats about this before,
We
where
Yeah.
like
we had an episode
like
we
you
recorded with the Green Doge where it just derailed so far where we just talked about Horus Heresy for like 4 hours.
Hell
yeah,
And then finally I'm reviewing the audio and Jack's like, hey, when's that episode coming out? And I'm like, never, because it's like almost unusable.
You
And
should have
it's like,
sent
it's
me.
too
You
long
should have sent me
too.
the dialogue. I would have edited through it. You should have
It's
sent
not
me-
even that, dude. Your mic blew out halfway through most of it.
Yeah, well.
It's not even that.
But as you were saying, like we've had discussion about this.
yeah,
before.
we've had like you and I where you'd say something about Rogel Dorn and I'd be like Lamau Iron Cage bottom text.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your Iron Warriors fans and Imperial
Iron
Fist
Warrior
fans.
Johnson
Very well.
and Imperial
Some good
Fister.
old-fashioned trolling. Like
I don't know about you, Vulcan, but my money's on the Imperial Fist here.
Hell
Yeah.
So like my friend Zach, who
Begrudgingly.
And
Zach
what'll
is,
make this stand?
he's an Iron Warriors player. He's a huge Iron Warriors player. So all my friends have my rival factions that I have to fight. Like it just always ends up that way.
Outside of the Horus Heresy, I really like I like every Night Lords novel is like peak
Okay,
fucking
Yeah,
like
they're so
audiobook
good.
keynote.
The
Yeah,
Night Lords
actually
novels
really
are
well
so
written.
good.
Night Lords trilogy is so good. Talos is great.
I also have a fondness for. First of all, read.
Hey, isn't it crazy that all these books we're talking about that are awesome, that we all agree are awesome, are written by ADB?
Yeah, some of them are.
I'm gonna break some mold here. I'm gonna
It's gonna be a Nick Kine Salamander.
No, it isn't. I mean,
Mike Brooks novel.
it's gonna have him. It's gonna have him probably. The Shattered Legions like anthology
Oh
like
yeah.
series. Yeah,
That's a really good one. I like
those
the.
combination of short stories is actually really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say Troll Slayer. If you guys haven't read that, it's
That's
the first Godric and Felix omnibus, and it is the.
Oh,
It's peak.
okay. If we're
I keep
including
getting recommended that in Audible.
Dude, I cannot recommend it enough. It's amazing. There's like what I love about it is in that one book you get a great scale of like all of the faction.
I know
Godric and
remarkably
Felix
little.
meets like random like noble housemen.
Yeah, I heard
There's a
Godric
bunch of
Felix.
crusaders that they meet. There's they meet Belagar Ironhammer,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Gotrek reveals a lot about dwarf culture and like how and why he became a slayer.
Yeah.
It's got demons in it.
Yeah. I heard that the Godric and Felix books are actually really good, so I'll have
They're
to check this out.
fantastic, dude. I can't think of any. The only like really really bad one is like even the end one's really good. The really bad one I like the AOS Gotrek stuff. Like I just don't like any of that because it's just Gotrek. There's no Felix.
Yeah, I don't like that Gotrek's in Age of Sigmar at all.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean I don't mind it, but I wish it was like, oh look, we found Felix's soul and now he's back, and I'd be like, all right, that's whatever because they've done that
Make 'em
before
like a
clearly.
Stormcast or whatever, whatever.
Yeah, that would be cool. No, actually, so Gotrek meets a Stormcast that remembers him from the old world.
Oh, cool.
That's a thing that happens. So like we could do it. It could be a thing. But if you want like that Gotrek and Felix style of writing, go read the Caius and Toll books.
Okay.
Because it's an old man witch hunter and this young guy with
Oh, I like witch hunters. They're fucking.
yeah. Caius and Toll have great energy as well, and they have much more fun adventures.
If I have to pick like a 40K book, it's going to be Hell's Reach because I do.
Bro, Hell's Reach, awesome.
Peak.
Or
Fucking
for me, it's
peak.
Hell's
Yeah.
Reach, it even has a bit for me.
It even
Yeah,
has
yeah,
some
yeah,
salamanders
you've
in
got
it, where they
salamanders in
fuck
there.
up the defense.
And you even got Wart with the orcs.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it. We do it right.
I mean, look, we could debate about it, but we'll call bygones to be bygones in this one.
Hey,
I
we're-
like every.
at the end of the
Primarch
day, we're
novel,
both
too.
black.
Yeah.
That's not true. I don't like every
Gotta
Primarch
stay
novel.
together.
yeah. Eight strong.
I also
together.
like Dark Imperium as well. Dark Imperium is very good.
It's a
The
great
original?
trilogy.
Yeah, great trilogy.
Oh, the Black Legion series so far is fucking fantastic. If you guys haven't read it, read it.
Also read Court of the Blind King. It's another really, really good one. It's by Dave Geimar though, but it's a great Ethiopian book.
Also, the Fabius Bile books are fucking.
I hate Fabius Bile. I hate
like,
Warhammer
it's-
Chris Chan with a passion, dude.
Bro,
I-
go read his books. They're fantastic. They're
after
so
the,
fucking awesome.
After the excerpts of Fabius Bile in Angel Exterminatus, I'm like, yeah, I really don't. I don't fuck with this dude. If I saw him in real life, I would push him
Well,
in
so
a locker.
Here's
Like,
the thing. Don't go by those books because that was written by Graham McNeil, who sucks cock for a living. Instead, go read the Fabius Bile series. It is fucking fantastic because it just goes through like Fabius Bile after the collapse of like the Emperor's Children being like the dominant Space Marine Legion in the Legion Wars. After the heresy. And basically, like, he's got his own little college of like apothecaries who fuck around. It's got some great characters in it because it's basically like a Shattered Legions band of people from everywhere that are just kind of banded together in here. There's some fun stuff that ends up. He starts palling around with people like Trazine, and he starts palling around like motherfuckers like like Call eventually, like Belisarius Call.
That's heresy.
No shit, fucking Belisarius Call is a heretic, but he, keeps it kosher, kinda.
Keeps it kosher, he says.
Yeah, I mean, he does what he needs to do. But yeah,
He does
no,
the
like
Emperor's
go read
bidding,
it. It's really
somehow.
good.
oh, I really like the first Heretic too.
Yeah, first Heretic's
Hey,
great. That
guess
was my
what?
first
Another
Black Library
AD
book.
book.
good.
That was my
Another
first
AD
Black Library book, dude.
Um,
And it was I was reading it and I was like, man, these word-bearer guys are awesome.
Yeah.
This Argyle Tall guy, I love him.
Dude, I was in
And then I
the
the book and I'm like, I hate all of them.
I was in the gym the other day and I was listening to just like fucking like audiobook excerpts on YouTube, and the fight between Karn and Erebus came up, and I was like, dude, I
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
hate Erebus
Erebus
so
is
much.
such a
Like,
My
and then I just started
unbridled
like,
anger
or
towards
then I
Erebus.
just
I really wish Gilman killed Erebus and No Fear, but he got Corferon instead, which is still pretty good.
I mean,
Dude, also
Corferon's
fuck
still
Corferon.
alive.
No, he's not. Wait,
Yeah,
is he?
he
I
is.
thought
Yeah, no,
Gilman,
he
like,
didn't kill
rocked his shit.
Corferon. He
Okay.
didn't kill him.
Damn, I really hate that.
Aaron's still being a motherfucker out there somewhere. The word bearers got away with it. Every single one of them.
We need to kill them. No, Korax was right. Korax was 100% right.
You can't run from me, Lorgar.
God, dude, those are my favorite
good...
memes where it's just like a raven.
Yeah, there's only one good word bearer.
And he's dead.
Was.
Well, there was two if we consider Argletal. The other one is Bethuzaneric, the guy who's going around trying to fucking hunt down other word bearers because they're cunts.
Yeah, but
somebody did an animation about him.
Yeah.
He became a fucking.
I forget. Yeah. Those guys, those assholes. Malcolm.
Yeah.
There's another word bearer. I forget his name, but he became a faithful of the Emperor, and he's like, "Yo, this was just a test when the Emperor said don't worship us, and the rest of you failed. The light is actually no." Keep worshiping the Emperor, you fucking dickface. And I guess technically he's kind of right.
What did he mean by that?
The Emperor's a god, motherfucker. Black Templars. Don't.
We're gonna end it on that. Thanks for listening, everybody.